presents the Tubcast. Featuring Eric.
Oh, you see that guy? He's all like,
Kyle.
is he transgender?
Jeremy.
We're gonna make America great again.
Trevor.
I mean, why did he just go to the bus?
And special guest Nathan.
Does this mean we're finally gonna get to see Big Bird's chicken breast?
Welcome to the Tubcast. We are here and in your ears and in your eye holes and everywhere that we need to be. Yes, that's true. My name is Eric.
I'm
As
Kyle.
always, Kyle's here.
Jeremy's here.
Jeremy's
my
here.
mic's off, but I'm here. There we go.
I just had to turn. I had to
Yeah,
turn down a
I
little
don't
bit. There you go. Good. Kyle, what's your face down there, Trevor?
Trevor. Yeah.
Trevor's here.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh.
Trevor's here.
Am I here?
Oh
I
yeah.
think so.
Oh yeah, Nathan. Nathan.
Yeah, you're down
Oh,
He's indeed
that's
here.
a relief.
Yeah, Nathan's here. I had to check her on the monitor there.
There we go.
Dungeon Master Paul comes in with 8-bit Nathan is much more handsome than in real life Nathan.
What can I say?
love how much
The graphics hide my flaws.
Yeah.
I think we're all sexier in our 8-bit versions.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
Hey, Zufu.
Hey Zufu.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the chat.
Trevor's beard is noticeable in his 8-bit version.
Yeah, it's true. That's
Yeah.
a much better beard.
I did keep it longer back then.
Hey,
Oh yeah, you did.
you should work on that again.
Oh, I like how
He
Kyle's
likes it to
telling
be.
you
He likes
how
it to be
groom
prickly.
yourself.
Nope.
I was gonna picture chick for Jolliver's wife.
Dungeon Master Paul says Trevor is not sexier in 8-bit.
I'll take
I'm
that
assuming
as
that's what he
I'll take
means.
that as a compliment. But,
It's kind of creepy.
He's handsome as
thank
Fred.
you. Thank you very much.
Fred, that high-pitched YouTuber.
Yep.
Yeah.
He remember when he had his own TV series? That was neat.
Remember when he had a movie?
God.
Yeah. Oh, the movie. Yeah, the
He
movie.
had like
That's what
3 movies, didn't
he had a lot of deals.
What was that crap?
He was like an early YouTuber, man. He was.
Yeah,
He had that
those
YouTube.
early ones. They get
that
it.
early YouTube money.
They get it?
Yeah, they get all the
What
stuff.
did they get?
Everything.
Yeah, Zufu's got a point. Grandmas like it smooth. You know, they want Trevor to be shaved like they're 1950s handsome dudes.
Peach
Well-
looks
well,
good with
currently-
lots of fuzz. Trevor's no peach and never was.
Currently, he's at that creates a rash stage. So
Oh yeah.
might want
yeah.
to fix that.
What?
Oh, you got just a little bit that it gets a little pokey.
When you shave, yeah. that's
Yeah.
bad stuff,
Yeah.
stuff.
When rubbed against smooth skin.
Oh yeah. So describe it more.
Jolliver hates Fred.
I agree.
Yeah. That's pretty common.
That's
There's
pretty
a lot
mutual.
of hate for Fred.
I think anybody who's not a 10-year-old is that way.
Even some 10-year-olds are that way.
Yeah.
That's true.
A lot of 10-year-olds hate Fred.
L'chaim.
Well, it's another Thursday night.
It is.
It's another Tubcast.
Yes.
We're all here. We're all gathered around the internet
Mm-hmm.
to bestow fun times.
Favors.
Fun favors? Did you say fun?
Bestow favors. I
Oh,
don't know.
No.
I thought he said flavors.
I said fun
And now
times.
you come to me on this the day of my Tubcast.
That was pretty good, Nathan.
Thanks, Godfather. Yes. So what's everybody? What's everybody? What's everybody? You know what's everybody been doing?
Zelda.
Bouncing between Zelda, Horizon Zero Dawn, and No Man's Sky.
You heard it here, guys. Trevor's bouncing.
Yep.
Hey, what's up, Brown Eyes? Welcome
Brown
to the
Eyes.
chat.
What are you talking about? Dungeon Master Tom Green is back. He never went anywhere. It's fine. He's got one testicle and
He'll live
still as
forever.
awesome as ever.
And what is he specifically back with? Did he put something new out?
Maybe
don't
he's
know.
back in black.
He's been
I
doing
hope
a lot
so.
of internet stuff.
Green is the new black.
You've been going between. I did that for a while. Where I was going between Zelda and Horizon, and that control scheme can be super confusing.
brutal.
Yeah.
Like you start playing Horizon and you don't jump right because you keep hitting X to jump,
Yeah.
and it's like
And then you jump off a cliff and you're just like, I'll be fun. Oh,
yeah.
dead.
Throw Wildlands in the mix, and then you'll really get messed up.
Canadians?
The Canadians. Yes.
Wildlands
Yeah.
is different enough, though, to where I don't have really trouble adjusting to it. So.
Yeah, I Wildlands. Yeah, it's a little. I mean, at least because I think like Trevor and I were talking about this earlier. It's uncanny the similarities between Breath of the Wild and Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
Not like. I mean, obviously not story, but like gameplay and like
Like setting is kind of similar in some ways.
Yeah, it's a little bit like because Zelda. I mean, Breath of the Wild kind of is post-apocalyptic when you think about it.
Oddly enough, it is.
Yeah,
Well, and then it's about robots that you fight, pretty much.
Yeah,
That's true.
So, I mean,
and so there's just a lot of like similarities that I'm like, wait a second, like did one of these guys like did they have like moles at each other's companies or like it's just enough to be weird, like suspicious. But
Yeah.
Cool.
like you push down to whistle on the D-pad. Both games you push down to whistle.
It's a conspiracy.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean,
Inside
two
job.
two games that have whistling.
And you push down to call your horse,
Yeah.
to call your
Wow.
your steed.
what was it? What was it in Red Dead? It was.
I think I don't know.
I don't remember what it was.
Left on the D-pad.
It's probably
It
left.
Was
feels
it?
like that is kind of a common thing, though. Is one of the D-pad buttons to call a horse if there is a horse.
Kyle, you're ruining our theories here.
I don't know. I'm just
Yeah,
saying, like
all the
thinking
horse
about
games.
it. There's not a whole lot of them, but you know.
Yeah,
I want there to
they
be a
both
game
have
with a
bows
horse
and arrows.
where instead of whistling for the horse, you're just like, "Hey," or something.
That's
you know?
Metal
Shout
Gear.
for your
That
horse?
was Metal
Yeah,
Gear.
that's true.
See, there's another game with horses.
Yeah, but Metal Gear, like Snake would just be like, I like that you could say, horse, do it, and it would poop. Like that was the best part about Metal Gear. Do it. Just hearing Keith Sutherland say, do it, and then the horse would poop. I mean, come on.
I'd love to be able to summon a horse by just going.
Yes. Here, horsey. Here, come here.
hither.
And then it shows up, and you're just like, do it. And then it poops for you. I mean, I think that horse.
Wow. Hey,
Horse,
guys, on the soundboard here.
No, horses, they fart for a long time.
but horses that
Amen.
horses that poop on command that's an awesome thing.
Yeah.
I really.
That's an impressive.
Can you weaponize it?
Can you get
Yes,
it?
you can. Because you turned it into like this kind of like weird landmine, and they'll be driving their jeep, and they
Which is the most
They slide out
ridiculous
in it.
thing in that game that
Yeah.
the Jeep slip on.
Especially
horse
because
poop.
horse poop is so dry.
Yeah.
Is it when it comes
Well,
out?
maybe-
Yeah.
It's still pretty dry
Maybe he
because it's
fed-
got a lot of fiber.
Oh,
Maybe he
Yeah.
fed a lot of like grease and
Bananas.
oil to the horse.
They give the horse a diet of French fries.
A lot of Taco Bell.
Oh
It's
gosh!
Horseria everywhere.
Could you skin the horses in Red Dead? Was that the one where you could
no,
skin
you're
the...
thinking of.
What was the one where you could skin the
That
horses
was
and get
Re-
horse
Oh, Red
meat?
Dead.
Dead.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
it's
Red
Red
Dead. I
Dead.
thought you were talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Metal Gear. Yeah, Red Dead.
Yeah.
You could skin the horses.
Can't wait for the next one to come out.
Chat
Stupid
update
name,
here,
though.
fellas. Dungeon Master Paul said that his wife said he has to be nice to us.
We don't care what you do to us.
Because she saw him cackling and knew.
Well, that's fine. Whatever. You do what you want. We're just ignoring you. So do what you want. We don't even care what you're saying.
I appreciate when the spouses of our followers know when they're watching based on
Yeah.
how they're laughing.
Yeah.
That is...
That's good. That's
That
good.
is
That
great.
means there's some loyalty or
Also, why aren't you watching
something.
with your spouse? I mean, this
Yeah,
is
this is
this
a
is where
spousal-
love happens.
because they need to watch it on their own Twitch account,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course.
so that there's more
Yeah.
people that are in the chat.
It's like when you go out to eat with your friends and everyone's on their phone. And
Yeah.
then
How?
someone laughs while
like,
looking at the phone, and you're like, "Oh, are you watching that video on YouTube?" And you're like,
Oh,
"Yeah,
yeah.
have you seen it yet?" And then they
Yeah.
pull it up, and then they watch it on their phone. And then you got 3 people watching the same thing on their phones while sitting there.
Don't argue with
eating
Jeremy
lunch.
Logic.
That's
correct.
complete logic.
I'm just saying, yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I know. That's
no,
what I
you're
was
right,
saying.
you're
Don't
right.
argue with Jeremy Logic. That's what I was saying. I know. That's
I'm a
what.
Yeah,
fact
totally.
fountain.
Jeremy Logic is the best logic.
I think Jeremy transposed your words into "don't argue with logic," Jeremy.
They're the same thing.
Hey now, Dungeon
You're an
Master
all-star.
Paul's wife said that she'd rather have a root canal than watch us.
Oh,
Oh, that's sad.
Zufu says that Men in a Tub saved their marriage.
Actually, that's Men in a Tube,
Yeah,
which is a
Oh.
different show entirely.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
is it?
The minute
That's
tube is,
that's a bunch of guys just on a train.
actually
it's a bunch of clones.
Men in a Tube is a product.
That went a lot more clean than I thought it was going to be, Nathan. I appreciate that.
So,
We're in a tub. We gotta get clean.
she said she'd rather have a root canal, huh? Wow.
Wow. But Jolliver says that
That hurts. That actually
his
hurts.
spouse
The other.
passively participates.
The other stuff didn't hurt my feelings, but that one actually that cut deep.
Because it's a root canal.
I feel like you tried drilling that one in there.
Now see who doesn't want to watch this show, huh, Dungeon Paul?
Jeremy, that was really bad. He forced
Mine was really good.
Yours was so bad. You really drilled that in there, huh?
You guys are just digging deep for all this gunk.
I liked it, Jeremy. I liked
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, Trevor's really big on the dentist
Someone
jokes.
shut Trevor up.
Because they go over well with the old ladies.
What? What does that make sense?
Because you
So,
you
yeah.
like
So you
remember
got
when I had-
dentures, I see. Do you miss having teeth?
he brings all the old ladies in the nursing home candy at 2:30.
Am I taking your dentures
It's
out this
hard
time?
candy.
Yeah, hard candy at 2:30s. Why'd you bring him at 2:30?
No, you just messed up your own joke.
Because 2:30. Well, actually, they can't have like cavities with dentures though. So
Zufu says geriatric stand up. You should take this show on the road, Eric.
But wait.
It's all old people jokes.
denture cream, am I right? I mean,
What's the deal with icy hot? I think he became Jewish just for the jokes. And this offends you as a Jewish person? No, it offends me as a comedian.
Is this your Jerry Seinfeld
yeah,
impression?
Pretty much.
It felt like it turned very.
he just went on the nose right away, like
Yeah.
right to Jerry Seinfeld. Went from ice.
Well, it felt like it started as Jerry Seinfeld, and then it kind of tapered off into like a Jewish person. I don't know.
Jerry Seinfeld is Jewish.
Is he Jewish?
Well, but I mean, like a little more heavy
real
in
life.
that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I figured
Not
that-
just the show.
I figured the real Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes, the guy himself that played the character is Jewish.
Wait,
yes,
you're saying Jerry
we-
Seinfeld's a Jew?
Yep.
Yes.
You can't drop
Oh.
a hard J like that, man.
Oh, I didn't know he was a Jew. Oh, I can't say. I have to say
I don't know.
Jewish.
I don't know.
Is this Jolliver? Is
Maybe.
this what you're
I feel
asking
like the
for?
more we say Jew, it just sounds
Bad.
wrong.
It's getting worse every time.
You can't say the word Jew without it sounding bad.
I think
It's not that it's
Not
bad. It
unless
just
you're a Jew.
I think it's how you say it, because you could say Jerry Seinfeld is a Jew, or you could say Jerry Seinfeld is a Jew.
I'm pretty sure those both sound the same.
That was definitely a hard J that you dropped there, and you can't do that.
Because you're white. Wait,
Jerry
you're white.
is a Jew.
I think you're supposed to say they're Jewish. Is
No,
that
Zufu
correct?
says Jerry is a self-hating anti-dentite. Bringing it back around.
Yeah.
But no,
Dennis.
I think like you have to say Jewish, and that's polite. But if you just
Yeah.
call someone a Jew,
What if you called him an Israelite?
I don't think that's been accurate since the fall of
Jolliver says we're
since the
flipping.
fall of the Northern Kingdom.
No.
Yeah, but there still are. Really?
What's that?
Aren't
No,
there
it
still-
would it has
Well,
not been accurate since the fall of the Northern Kingdom.
So Israelis.
not
How about
a real-
He's Israeli.
okay, if they live in
yeah.
the current nation of Israel, you can call them an Israeli.
Yeah.
Oh, but so it's not.
It's a nation. There's
It's
no
not
Jew
racial.
nation, is what it is. So
Zufu says, and that, children,
But it
was how
also-
Men in a Tub got canceled.
But it also. But see, here's where it gets tricky because it's both. It's both like who you are as a person, but also potentially who you. What your religion is, and so like you can make the joke of
Okay,
saying I'm
no-
Jewish, but I'm not Jewish.
Jay Oliver says
Yeah.
Trevor was so quiet until he just started getting all anti-Semitic.
sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Cancel this. The Disney.
Yeah, the Disney contract's over.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. No more YouTube Red show.
Oh man, Steve Bannon is tuning in right now.
Wish.
Yeah.
Whoa! Maybe you.
Anyone famous, I wish.
Pizzagate.
You know, maybe we want some controversy. Let's get the New York Post or whatever to
The
make
New
a
York
story.
Post. Yes.
You guys realize I'm a liberal, right? I've been a liberal the whole time. Nobody knows it, but I'm actually a liberal. I'm the most liberal conservative out there.
The more I've seen from that guy, the more I'm just like, okay, you just stay over in your corner of the internet.
I'm just surprised.
He's
how
like the
much
new CNN, though. I'm the new
two of you
CNN.
see of him.
I'm the new CNN. How can you not see it? You must not have the same friends I have on Facebook.
The more you say CNN in that voice, the more you sound like Larry King.
It's right there. I see them all the time. I see my friends. They're always sharing it. They're sharing the videos, and they're he's sulfur.
Still sounds like Larry King.
You sound like Larry King.
No, I apparently sound like just a random Jewish person.
That sounds like Larry King. I didn't know. I guess I can't think of Larry
Actually,
King right now.
is Larry King Jewish? I don't actually know.
If we said we were
famous.
all,
You've got a computer in front of you. You can
All
look it
right,
up.
fine.
would we make more money if we said we were Jewish?
No.
You can't lie about that.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Like, but what if I say it's my?
Now that's
I'm
offensive.
religiously Jewish.
That would be like.
Are you religiously a Jewish person?
I mean, I'm close.
You could
No.
you convert. Maybe you could convert to Judaism.
I mean, like that's half of my Bible, right?
Technically, it's more than half.
Well, there you go.
It's like
It's like.
But that's like me saying, just because I know that my great great grandfather was a black man, and me going around saying I'm black. Like I can't do that. I can't. There's no. I mean, I can look at the tree, the family tree, and point back to him, but I can't say that, right? And I think that's the same thing that you're trying to say. Like,
I'm not comfortable with describing your grandfather as being on the tree.
sorry, I meant the family.
I mean,
tree.
I could look back at the tree and see it swinging.
Oh gosh, Jeremy.
I feel
You can't laugh at that, Jeremy. What is wrong with you?
You're laughing.
No, I'm laughing.
I'm not
as
laughing at
awkward
it.
as
I'm laughing at the scenario of this conversation.
I think Zufu was
I regret
right.
saying that.
This is the end. This is. Wow. You do realize that this is on the internet. This is it's gonna
What are
be
you
there.
worried
for-
about?
Make a
You
joke
can't
like
say
that,
that, man.
I didn't say that.
See, Nathan had it
Nathan made the
tastefully,
joke.
and then you went over the
I
line
just-
like you always do.
I just made it literal.
and that's not what you can't do that. Like, that's the one. Like when it's sexy
what
time jokes.
That's my job.
Your job is always to go over the line, and when it's like dirty, sexy time things.
Oh, then it's okay.
We'll
If it's
forgive
a-
you.
If it's a poop joke,
But
it's okay.
Yeah, but when it's racist,
I like how you're equating poop jokes with sexy time.
same thing to Jeremy. Remember,
Better than saying with the other.
Hold
I
on,
mean, 'cause
hold
it's
on.
brown.
His explanation of sexual activity is exchanging of any fluid. So we already know
That is not.
that
that is
poop
not
is
a fact.
included.
If you want the rest of that story, that's
Yeah,
on the
If you want the
Lunchcast.
truth, go to the Lunchcast.
And the truth is pretty much what Eric just said.
No, it's not.
Oh man.
That is not what he said. That is how I misheard him.
Yes, thank you, Nathan.
Oh.
Zubu says Jeremy's providing color commentary.
Gosh. So Zelda.
Wow.
Yeah, we played games.
It's fun. It's a good game.
What's so wrong with this? I mean,
What's so wrong with this?
it's not like we're like having a bunch of Indian people yell.
Wait,
you know,
what?
Oh my gosh. Jeremy.
"Stop the Jews."
For Pete's sake, somebody shut him up.
Someone please.
So did you hear that the next Star Wars is filming in and around Lincoln?
Lincoln, Nebraska?
Lincoln, Nebraska.
All right.
Really? Where? Oh.
Seriously, someone
leaving.
just say that you want to shut him up. We'll deduct $5 from you, and we'll shut him up tonight. $5.
I think the chat loves me.
You can keep shutting him up all night for $5.
Feel free, guys.
There you go. Looks up the command.
Feel free though to tell him that I'm right.
I think you broke Eric. He's just.
I was trying to make a point about heritage and how we use that, and Jeremy just lit the garbage truck on fire and then drove it off
Into
a
a ditch.
cliff.
See, Brown Eyes says, "Nice, Jeremy, nice."
The chat,
I think that's
There was no
dripping with
sarcasm
the chat loves Jarambe. No. Anyways, yeah, Zelda. That's a neat game. I like it. Not much racism in that game.
I got to my first dungeon today.
Oh yeah, I finished my first one.
Was it the elephant one that you went to first?
Spoilers. Yeah, it was a Zora one.
The Zora.
It's fun.
Did you? There's that one guy that you have to go and try to get some arrows from,
Yep.
Yeah.
and he's
Centaur?
stupid.
Did you
Did you kill him?
manage?
No, I ran
That's what
around
I
him.
did.
He's
too.
like impossible to kill.
I was convinced I might have a chance because I went and I finally started fighting him and I got a little ways into it and then he just kept killing me. So
That's how you shoot an arrow.
Dungeon Master Paul seems to like you a lot, Jeremy. says Jeremy never changed. So I guess there's that.
Here's the thing: you guys all know me long enough to know I won't.
Yeah, that's true. And if you tried, you'd forget that you tried.
That's right.
So that you'd forget that you were trying.
I changed last week? No,
Yeah,
I
but-
didn't. That doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah.
Brown Eye says, actually, he was kind of funny.
Oh, okay.
Kind of. That's not saying that you were funny.
Mm-hmm.
Zufu says, what do you guys think of the Switch form factor?
I actually like it a lot. I think it's pretty comfortable.
I love it.
What is the form factor?
The way it looks, the size, the
Oh,
whole,
okay, okay.
yeah, its form,
the form of it.
factor
Okay,
of
I
its
wasn't.
form.
I wasn't picking up
The
what
fact
the
that it's
question
a
was.
tablet.
I like the
Yeah.
size of the screen. The size of the screen's nice. I haven't honestly used the Joy-Cons that much. I have been using the Pro controller because I love it.
Yeah, but in handheld,
So-
you kind of well.
No,
like
I
you
I
lug
usually
your
set it
thing
up on
around.
something. So
Yeah, see,
You
I've
like
been,
your kickstand.
I've been holding
Yeah.
it with just like the Joy-Cons attached,
Yeah.
and that feels
Yeah.
really good. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I get a little fatigue if I hold it in a weird way for too long.
I
but-
don't like that on the one game I have, Snipper Clips, that if you can use
Jeremy, by the way, the only person that bought a Switch that isn't gonna play Zelda, is not planning on playing Zelda, didn't buy Zelda.
No, I'm not.
Like
Yeah.
the only person in the world.
I think so, yeah.
I
That's
think
probably true.
he might be the only, but that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's better. At least it's Snipper Clips and it's not 1-2 Switch. Like if that
Yeah.
was the only
Yeah.
game you had,
That would,
I
that
think
I would burn it.
I think I would. Anyways,
No, so I've played all of the solo, the single player, one and or two person levels, and I like being able to use both Joy-Cons on the side of the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to take them off and put them onto the controller,
yeah.
and
Onto the grip.
game won't let you play it without them.
That's because if you
attached.
don't have them attached, you have to play one of them.
Yeah, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah, it's a little-
If you're still playing the solo, I wish it would allow you to still play that form
Yeah.
factor.
Zufu says buying a Switch and not getting Zelda is like ordering a cheeseburger and asking them to hold the cheese.
kind of similar.
I know a guy who does that, but that's because he's deathly allergic to dairy.
that's
So
true.
why not just order a hamburger?
Burger King doesn't have a hamburger option.
Oh, really?
I don't think so.
Are you serious?
Burger King
That's
doesn't have a
weird.
They
hamburger
usually
option?
don't really.
I didn't know that. I like that. Also, Oliver said I said I wouldn't do it again. In fact, while you were on your racist tirade, I'm sorry, I bought a shirt and a phone thing.
Whoop.
So thanks. That's nice.
Yeah,
thanks
thanks.
for using our store. We do have a store.
Yeah.
Minutehub.com.
Oh, boy.
Click
We
on our
haven't had
store
any.
button.
There are
We haven't
so
had
many
any
good
new
Jolli-
shirts on there in a while.
Jolliver found a site that will put the Men in a Tub logo on the front of the shirt and has hashtag not a racist on the back.
Oh, great. No, we don't need that.
I feel like
Actually,
the
we might need that. We might.
No,
I don't think that's
I
the-
think if
no.
you call it, if you have to say it, then it's too late. If you have to point out the fact.
That's like starting a
this episode.
That's like starting a sentence with "I'm not a racist, but."
Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah.
Those noodle makers.
Trevor.
That is actually one of the shirts, isn't it?
Oh yeah, there's a noodle maker shirt out there. It's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
So yeah, the Star Wars movie is looking for hundreds of extras in the Lincoln area.
Me. I got to circle back to something here. Dungeon Master Paul says BK has a hamburger. Nathan is high as Fred.
Yeah, yeah, it's Fred.
I like that. It's sticking.
Yeah, as Fred. Fred's pretty high.
He's always high. So Lincoln, huh?
Yeah, are you sure it's not in Blair?
It just says near Lincoln.
Oh, okay.
That's
There-
that's-
there-
It might be kind of near Lincoln.
That's what the Californians say.
I
Anything in Nebraska is.
It's an undisclosed location, and there are no details as to when.
I just knew they were putting in a film studio in Blair, like a new film studio.
That'd probably be kind of small.
This will probably be out in the middle of a field.
Some place that looks like a planet.
They're saying it will represent a previously unvisited planet
Yeah,
in the
so
galaxy.
they're probably gonna till all the dirt up.
The
so it
farm
just looks
planet,
like a
Nebraska.
dirt ground
Yeah.
with the hills.
They're gonna be like, it's the planet Exarban.
Oh my gosh! I would be
What
so
does
mad at
Exarban
them.
mean?
And if you don't know what Exarban is, please make suggestions in the chat on what you think it is.
I was just reading the other day that the planet Scarif, where the Death Star plans
Oh,
were
yeah.
stolen from, was from when the
Yeah,
directors
yeah.
had his name misspelled on his Starbucks cup. And I was
Yeah.
like,
I almost put that story in the agenda this week, and then I didn't.
Really?
Yeah. Because his name was Gareth.
Yeah,
Yep.
and they said,
Gareth
he said,
Edwards?
Yeah.
my name is Gareth, so she must have heard It is Gareth, and so Scarif, which
And then he's like, well, this is a good name for a planet.
So she should be the barista should be getting paid.
Yeah. Well, she probably was because it's her job.
That's
so,
actually
I mean,
not the first time that
No,
a
but
Star
I'm
Wars
saying-
thing came from eating out somewhere. Because
Oh,
Princess
really?
Leia's
Go on.
hairstyle
Just kidding.
was from a waitress in a Mexican restaurant.
Really? Well, that
That's
you
weird.
know that George must have hung out in Mexican restaurants a lot with that cantina scene. It's pretty obvious.
Isn't cantina a Spanish word?
It is.
yeah.
Okay.
It means canteen.
It checks out, I think.
Yeah. I
It
think
checks
so.
out.
But anyways, so we have played. Some of us have played Zelda. Jeremy,
Yeah.
you been playing anything? You been doing anything?
I mean, I got I bought a Kalimba. I've been playing that lately.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Do you want me to get it?
No,
No.
Play it
no,
a
it's
little?
fine. No, it's fine.
You don't want me to play that game?
I don't know. We'll let the chat decide if they want Jeremy to play the kalimba.
Does
No,
anyone even know
I
what
got
a
Wildlands
Kalimba is?
the other day on GameFly because I won't.
Don't
buy
bring
it.
up their name. They're not
Don't-
sponsoring this
Don't
show.
buy it. But I'm playing it. It's like the beta.
Yeah, it's like the beta. Oh, cool. Good. Actually, I'm gonna get it
It's
then.
cool how that works.
It's like
I
the
saw-
beta.
I downloaded it, but I haven't.
The beta?
Is that what it is? Is
What
a
are you
beta
talking
for
about?
Splatoon?
Oh, Splatoon
2?
Yeah, I downloaded it too.
I saw that you had it, and it said that you'd played it.
What?
So I was like, the game's out already? I thought it was coming out later.
No, it's on-
And then I saw that it was a test, so I downloaded
Yeah,
it.
that's next weekend, but you can download it now. Like you can download it and then it becomes
Yeah.
available to play next weekend. on
There's
Switch.
like- gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a
But
few
it's
days,
weird. Nintendo's being very Nintendo-y about it, and it's like
only for X amount of hours
yeah, there's
during certain
there's
days.
open there's 3 days, like it's the whole weekend, but it's only like certain chunks of the day, like certain times in the day that the beta's running. So, but yeah, you can definitely check out Splatoon 2, which would be cool.
Yeah.
So do that
I'm
if you have a
excited.
Switch.
If you've got a Switch, yeah, you can download it.
It's only 410 megs, so I'm wondering
Something like that.
if they'll be more of a download when it comes out.
It's probably
or-
just one map, so I mean, that's
Yeah.
got to be more.
Maybe that's it. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Indeed.
Oh,
Indeed.
you're trying to.
Indeed.
You're trying to.
Oh, what am I? I'm
indeed.
sorry. Did I?
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
I don't. Should I not? Should I
Go for it.
Do
Should I,
it.
should I go?
Do it.
Okay.
It's time for the only news stories worth talking about.
Yay! Why'd you make a fart sound, Kyle?
Because it's funny.
He likes to fart on,
taco once for dinner.
Taco one.
he wants to fart on little children.
Flatulence.
Mexican going on at Taco One's. Eurogamer.net brings us this story. This is Ghost Recon Wildlands' biggest launch of the year so far. And to that I
I
say,
feel like that's a lie.
poo poo. People have bad taste in video. I'm just kidding.
I feel like there's several stories in this week that are gonna upset Eric. This one included.
I'm triggered. Officially
You're
triggered.
if you weren't triggered already, you're triggered now.
I mean, I'm only triggered because I feel like between Zelda and Horizon and Nier Automata and like
Well,
I feel like there's a lot better games out there than Ghost Recon.
Here's
Yeah.
the reason, though.
Okay, I want to hear your reason.
Legend of Zelda just launched in a very brand new console.
Yeah, I know.
But it's
I
also
get that.
available
Nier
on the last
Automata.
console.
And Horizon Zero Dawn are both available only on the PS4.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, that's
Ghost Recon did the beta. It's a well-known name under Tom Clancy. It's a cooperative game.
He's got to be ashamed of that. Is he dead? Because if he is,
he's been dead
rolling
for a
in
while.
his grave.
He's been
has he?
dead for a while.
I thought he was dead.
Oh, that's right, because he died.
Dead Tom.
I feel like he would have been like, I'm not gonna endorse this game that says F stick this many times. Like, I'm just not gonna
See,
do it.
He
It's a
died in
very-
2013.
It's
For
a very
his
fun
name
game.
being on
But
it, it's probably the worst game ever.
What's that?
What?
It's probably the worst game with his name
With
on
his
it.
name on it, absolutely.
yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a very fun game.
Don't get me wrong, I'm playing it, but I'm not watching any of the story.
Oh, no,
I mean,
not me
skip
neither.
as soon as possible and close your ears before you get that far.
The story is garbage, and the dialogue is very much
And
garbage.
that's why it's the worst Tom Clancy. Because
Did
he's a
someone
writer.
ask if he's a guy? Brown Eye says he's a guy. Was someone actually questioning if Tom Clancy was a real guy? Because if so, I'm sorry.
No,
we know he's a real guy.
Yeah,
we were aware
he's
of
a
that.
real dead guy.
But
Rest
we were
in
asking if
peace.
he's alive.
I mean, you
2013.
Yeah.
But I don't. I get it. I get it.
Hey, can we talk about something really important here? Scroll down a little bit and look at this video.
There's a video I'm supposed
because it kind of looks like Jeremy.
Where?
The guy in the back.
Because he has glasses.
I think it's because he's obscured by the Play logo.
It's because he's obscured.
I
Yeah, just a
don't
little
know.
bit, like Jeremy with the derpy face.
Okay, good.
My gut is so much larger than that.
I'm saying a sexier, derpy-looking Jeremy.
How can it be both? Wait.
Because he's.
Oh,
What are you saying about
Zufu
me?
says maybe it's a pen name like Angela Lansbury.
Wait a minute.
That could be true.
What if Tom Clancy
Yes.
is Angela Lansbury?
Whoa.
Oh, mind blown. Mind officially blown.
Then it really was Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah.
What? That is not Gaben.
It's Gaben. It's totally Gaben.
I don't know who it is. It's someone that's fancy from Eurogamer, I think. The thing is, they show the top 10 so far this year, and this is through almost a quarter of the year. They've got Ghost Recon is number 1, Horizon is number 2. So that whole PlayStation only being some, it's one of those things that it still is had the second most successful release so far this year.
Well, yeah.
And so that's with it only being on one
Yeah. What do they have? Do they have the numbers though? I bet Ghost
doesn't
Recon
have numbers.
Wildlands is probably a lot bigger numbers just because of the.
Well, it is
appeal.
bigger numbers because it's number 1 and
Yeah,
Horizon's
that's
number
how,
2.
that's how numbers
obviously.
work. Trevor. No, I'm
But-
just teasing.
But like the gap between 1 and 2 is probably bigger. Well, I don't know. I'm surprised Lego Worlds has sold
it's
that well.
actually 12 games difference, is what I heard. 12 people.
If that's Gaben,
Bought.
that's Taylor Swift next
Yeah.
to him.
That might be.
That's hilarious.
That'd be the weirdest group of Let's Players ever. That is not Gaben.
There, we zoomed in for you. Just for
Yeah.
you, Dungeon Point.
Boy, zooming in, it looks less like Jeremy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does not look like Jeremy
It
either.
looks
Yeah,
like-
well,
Kyle,
you
get
shouldn't
your
have
eyes
zoomed
checked.
in. It was just
The illusion was
checked.
there.
Oh,
The
okay.
illusion was there. The thing that boggles my mind is that number 5 on this list is Grand Theft Auto 5.
That game has sold
How
well.
is it
for
still
forever.
selling that much that it can be that high on this list? Like 3 years after it came out
'Cause
on the current
they-
generation.
It's consistently supported.
Everybody's getting updates and and it's streamed
Well, no,
all
I,
the time.
I understand that, but like, how has not everybody that wanted that game already gotten
There's
it?
a lot of people in the world, Kyle.
I understand that, but I guess it's like to be right there behind Zelda as the most sold games
Yeah.
this year.
That is nuts.
I'm like, how on earth are there that many of
How
that
did
game that are
FIFA
still new?
17 get on there?
That's because it has a story mode
Dude,
this time.
yeah.
How is FIFA 17 on there?
There's a lot of sports fans.
There's a lot of
Yes,
there's a
soccer.
lot of
Well,
soccer
I'm
hooligans in the world.
Soccer's the biggest sport in the world.
No, I'm
called
just
football.
for EA Sports, they're the biggest game that they have.
Yeah.
Like, they're bigger than Madden if you're looking
Oh,
at
yeah.
a world perspective.
Way bigger.
So
Well, both of those games are horrible.
But this time they have a story mode. So
Yeah.
it means
Yeah.
more.
it's story mode.
I mean, yeah, it's good for Ghost Recon, I guess.
Coming in
They
hot
made-
at number 9 is 1-2 Switch.
Number
Oh,
9.
yeah, a lot of people probably bought that with their console, which it's
There's a
got
lot
some
of
fun
suckers.
games. if you're playing with your kids or playing with people that are maybe
Old,
slightly, I don't know.
untalented.
Yeah, no, I think it's a lot of fun. I think you can have a lot of fun with the game if you just actually like take the time to play the same game a bunch and to like find the good ones and play
Yeah.
them over and over again. It's not terrible.
Zufu says GTA 5 probably brings in more money than a small country. Yeah. And then they said, remember someone becomes 10 years old every day. Are you saying that only 10-year-olds play that game?
Maybe
probably true.
That's
There are
probably
a good
pretty
number of
accurate.
them.
Currently,
But-
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
That game ruled, though. That was
was
a
a-
really good game.
I love that game.
I mean, but you look at it and it's you got to realize that people don't buy games like we do.
No.
Like
Yeah.
we buy games when they come out, we play them and then we hate them and move on. And then
Right.
and so
Or we beat them and then move on.
That's what I'm saying. So
Right.
that's what I meant by beat. Or by hate, I meant beat, but it's the same thing
Yeah.
to me. Once I beat a game, I immediately hate it after that.
Yeah, it sucks once you beat.
Yeah,
it.
you're like, it was
He
dumb.
just rolls over in bed, sees the game. What are you still doing here?
Exactly. All of our games are one-nighters.
As I puff on a cigarette.
I thought you left like.
I told
2
you I
hours
don't
ago.
make breakfast.
I have an important meeting in the morning.
So yeah,
I log in.
I log in. But yeah, I think I don't know, but I think a lot of people. I mean, either they might only buy one game a year.
Yeah.
They might. They don't have the money to buy a game when
That's
it first
true.
comes out. So
And
you
I
got to
think-
realize there's
I have some
lots
friends
of
who
people
pretty much
that
play 1 or 2 games for like 3 or 4 years at a time.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
no, but that's
Well,
they
they're
love
better
it.
adults than
That's
you.
like
Jeremy.
everyone that's still
Probably
playing
true.
Yeah.
Destiny.
I think that's
Yeah,
another
that's what I
reason
was talking
why.
about.
Thanks for not beating around the bush, Kyle.
I think
Destiny.
that's another reason why Ghost Recon probably would have a lot of appeal, just because it's got that multiplayer thing. A lot of people who don't buy games much probably are buying games that they can play with others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Because
so
they
I
want
think
to.
that-
Well, and if you want to talk about bang for your buck, GTA 5 is probably there at this point with the online stuff. I mean, I don't really
yeah.
enjoy a lot
It's
of that,
good.
but there is so much, and they're constantly putting out free
Well,
expansions.
because now you
for it,
like
so.
I haven't played it in over a year, but they've got like the option of being able to do like build your own crime syndicate and everything
Yeah,
now that
and it's
like
super fun.
builds onto that in the online. So
You
it's
can
like,
build your own racetracks in the air
Yep.
if
Yeah.
you want, like in the
Yeah.
sky. Like it's
I
pretty cool.
sold the game, and then you guys talked me into buying it again, and we
Did
played
you sell
it
it again?
once. No, because I bought it digitally that time.
Yeah, you got in there good now.
I've played it once since that happened.
But anyways, so that's your most selling games of the year minute. No,
still crazy
you
to-
make some valid points, Trevor. I'm going to concede you on that argument because
Yeah.
of the platform exclusivity.
Yeah.
It makes sense that Ghost Recon would sell the most,
And I think it-
also because of the beta and the
Yeah.
advertising that did, which betas are now just demo
Oh, yeah, they're-
advertising.
yeah.
So
The
that's
double
great.
beta that they did.
Oh, I love double beta. Yeah.
I do enjoy that game. I can understand it is not up to the quality, nearly up to the quality of Horizon
Or Zelda.
Nier or Zelda.
yeah.
So it doesn't have to be. It's a
I'll-
very fun game.
Jeremy hooked me up with a copy of it, so I'm gonna play it with Jeremy some.
You
and
hooked
see.
him up. How'd
yeah,
you do that?
The specifics don't need to be disclosed here.
Okay.
Something.
Oh, I think Rainbow Six Siege was a fantastic
Oh, I
game.
love
that's
that.
You know
game.
what?
Fantastic.
The
That was
time
probably
it
the
came
best
out,
Tom Clancy game.
The problem
Ever?
with it was
For a long time. I don't know about ever.
the
think-
biggest problem I had with it was there was too many decent games that came out 3 to 4 weeks
Yeah,
after it.
and then we lost
that
it.
we just
Yeah.
lost
We fell.
touch with it because that game that was probably the best
Multiplayer game.
cooperative
Here's why.
multiplayer game.
Here's why.
in a
Because
long
there was
time.
it didn't leave any room for bragging rights on a team. So
and,
you-
and
so we
everyone
couldn't-
had something they could do in the game.
But
that was
what helped
good.
us is
Like,
because some people in our group get very competitive. That game forced us to work together.
Why are you pointing at me?
Yeah, that game.
just not pointing at me.
Yeah, that game forced people to work together, and when you did, it was very like satisfying. And so like that, I think it might be the best Tom Clancy
and-
game that has ever been put.
Ollie, and
his
because-
name has ever graced.
When you have
And I didn't spend nearly enough
cooperative,
time with it.
competitive game like that's multiplayer, the fact that it requires you to communicate.
We should play
Because
that
if
on a
you
stream
play that
some
game
week.
with
Come on.
strangers,
We should
it's
do
the
that.
worst game ever.
Do you still have the game?
I don't.
Oh, Kyle's a scumbag.
Well, I do, but I don't. I
I've got-
traded it in on Xbox, and then I
Oh.
got a hold of it on PlayStation. So
Oh, jeez.
I know.
You bum.
I know.
No, that was the thing about that is I did play it online with some strangers who wouldn't use their mic, and it was the worst gameplay ever.
It was the worst. You kind of
was the worst.
channeled Trump when you
worst.
said
It's
that.
the worst.
It's the worst. Zoofus says Jeremy got it from the dark web. Yeah, that's what it was. Jeremy got me a dark
Do we
web.
need to talk about how that works again?
The dark web? No, because I don't think you understand.
It's
how it works.
mysterious dark magic.
You like that? You gonna fight me? You gonna fight Jeremy? Kill me? Oh, no. He's hitting me with a Minecraft sword. Now.
It takes more hits to get through his armor.
yeah, I know.
It's a diamond sword, though. It should be like a one-hit kill, I think.
Yeah, not without.
No. Eric's in
can't
creative mode.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm giggling to the bank.
Eric is definitely.
Oh, it's been a while. 50 Cent. How's it going? I hope you're not in financial trouble any longer. All right, this next story comes from Nerdist.com. It says Capcom is re-releasing all of the classic NES Disney afternoon games that you would want, unless you hacked your NES Classic and downloaded them anyway.
I got them all.
Yeah.
I also have Darkwing Duck 2.
But that's because you own the hard copies on the shelf.
Darkwing Duck 2 that released in Japan.
But you own those already.
Yeah.
And that's why you legally downloaded.
Yeah.
For those that didn't get
That's true.
a Nintendo Classic
And maintained
know
all
how
of your
to
old games.
get your old games onto the new system, they are going to be re-releasing. So any of you that are older than Trevor and Nathan, but probably maybe younger than Jeremy, can enjoy their childhood with.
That's
with
a pretty
Disney.
wide gap.
I don't.
Younger than Jeremy?
I don't know. Were you a kid when those shows were on? Did
Yes!
you? Okay, I didn't know.
They came out in the 80s.
Late 80s. Not all of them.
I was pre-teening, but you know.
Yeah, so that's why I said Jeremy probably wasn't as into these
Oh my
TV shows.
goodness.
Were you?
Darkwing Duck.
Let's just say Jeremy
goodness.
was old enough that when he first watched Chip and Dale and there wasn't stripping, he was disappointed.
Yeah.
Let's just say.
Why are their pants already off?
That was pretty good, Nathan. That was
Thank you.
That's exactly how Nathan sounded when he was 14. I mean, Jeremy.
That was
Sorry.
But yeah.
yes, guys.
Tundra
No,
Paul says,
like, I
Jeremy's
mean,
like
this is-
50, right?
Yeah. It's totally true.
Close.
Totally where he's at.
Totes a half century.
But yeah, so they're
20-year reunion this year, if that puts it in perspective.
Oh,
Ah.
ouch.
Yeah, it means I've been
So-
out of high school longer than I was.
Longer than you were in high school. You've
More
been
of
out of
my
high
life
I've
has
school.
been-
also been out of high school
More-
longer than I was in high
No,
school.
gonna
more
say,
of
most
my
of us have.
more of my life is post high school.
Okay.
I was going to say, yeah, last I counted, high school should only last 4, maybe 5
Yeah,
years.
or maybe 5.
Most, so,
But yeah, so they're re-releasing a classic or the Disney Afternoon Collection, which will include Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, DuckTales, DuckTales 2, Chip and Dale Rescue
Chip in
Rangers,
jail.
and Chip and Jail Rescue Rangers 2. And they are going to be released in 8-bit glory, so
Man,
it should have.
Tailspin was awesome. I love that cartoon.
Tailspin was amazing.
Somebody
Yeah.
said it. Dungeon Paul said Tailspin is life. Yeah,
It
I
is.
agree.
Yeah.
I
That
agree
show
with
was so awesome.
I love Tailspin. Any plane that lands on water kind of is cool in general.
Yeah.
Like when MacGyver would get on one of those planes, I got excited.
Right. But then you throw in the Jungle Book characters as like
As what?
modern
Token.
citizens, not like living in the jungle. Like
Oh, so
why-
people
I mean,
who
it's- I mean, like, living in
people who live in the
society.
jungle aren't civilized.
Is that what you're trying to say?
well, no, I was saying
They're
that
not
they were
people.
like actual animals.
He's saying Kyle's saying he wouldn't invite them over for the barbecue.
I would invite them over for the barbecue.
Now, Jeremy, you have no right to wave that flag at anyone but yourself. I don't know how you wave a flag at people either.
I don't know how you wave a flag at yourself.
Just don't question. Just
Yeah,
don't question it.
The intent was there. We all understood the intent. So this is coming out for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC April 18th.
So it's just a collection of NES
It's a
games.
collection of
Did they-
NES
th-
games.
They're not remakes. It's just
I don't
like
think
almost
that
like
they're
the
supposed to be
ROMs.
remakes. There's
Okay.
there's gonna have
It's the actual Disney ones, though.
There's gonna have. Did you hear that?
Good English.
I speak words of things.
There's gonna have
They
things.
said that a boss rush and time attack modes, as well as a rewind feature that'll help players make some of the tricky jumping maneuvers, will be added.
Cheap.
But
We didn't have
Yeah,
that when we were
that-
kids.
That speaks more to society as a whole,
That they suck.
that they
That
think
game.
that that's a benefit.
Yeah.
There's a cheat mode, basically.
I mean,
I mean, without putting the extra cartridge in.
Yeah. the extra
Command.
cartridge that
Yeah.
was around that would like break the game. Yeah.
Jay Oliver does add an interesting point that he strongly questions Bears flying planes.
Never question Baloo.
Yeah, I mean,
Never question
Baloo's
Baloo.
like Han Solo to me. Like they're like kind of
Yeah.
like when it comes
Synonymous.
to pilots, they like they're the pilots I look up to. I don't even know if I can name a third pilot that I
I
look
think
up to.
they really channeled one another.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I think so.
Fun story. Chip and Dale was a cartoon that I really
Rescue
enjoyed growing up.
Rangers. That's-
Yes,
let's
Rescue
be
Rangers.
honest. It's
Yeah.
not just Chippendale, the whole like.
Yeah, Kyle really enjoyed Chippendale when he was
Yeah,
growing up.
when I was a little kid, I watched
I'm just
Chippendales
saying,
all the time.
There was a lot of different Chippendales, but specifically Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
You know, Kyle,
Yeah.
that's concerning because the internet wasn't around when you were a child.
I know, right?
So I'm
He,
wondering
he
how you
snuck
got
in the back door.
Stop
Whoa,
it, Nathan. Stop.
hey!
This is bad, Nathan.
Okay, that one was an accident.
Yeah, bad.
But I see how it looked intentional.
Yeah, bad.
Now that it's looped
Alex, I mean,
Okay, let's just keep it professional
So,
and ignore
so
Jeremy's
Rescue
comment.
Rangers.
Anyways,
yeah,
you watched
that
this
was
as
how
a child.
that was how my mom would get me to eat
Whoa.
one meal.
Chippendale.
It was like something that had cabbage in it, and I wasn't about cabbage.
Yeah,
But she told me
you
that
weren't
there was
messing with
Monterey
cabbage.
cheese in it, and the one character was
Monterey
Monterey
Jack.
Jack.
Yeah.
And so she's like, "There's Monterey Jack cheese in it," so she called it Rescue Rangers dinner to convince me to eat it.
Kyle, eat your Rescue Rangers dinner. And Kyle was just like, yeah.
Because I didn't like it, but then after she said that, then somehow I was like, okay, this is cool.
I normally don't mess with cabbage, but I'm going to eat this, Mom.
Yeah, I guess it's Rescue Rangers, so I'll eat it.
I remember Doritos released a Monterey Jack flavored Doritos around the same time.
And you thought that it was
well,
the
no,
Rescue
I
Rangers
just,
Doritos?
I guess maybe I
McDonald's and Burger King had the little figurines.
They do that sometimes.
And the glassware.
Darkwing Duck was also
and
very
I still
good.
have
Yeah.
I still have some of the Tailspin glasses somewhere.
Honestly,
we should break those out.
Honestly,
I'll find 'em.
DuckTales was awesome too. I wasn't as into Chippendale. Like that was probably my least favorite of those four that we're mentioning here. But
I don't think I
still
ever watched
Chippendale's-
that one.
Chippendale's fine, but I just something about a chipmunk in a Hawaiian shirt. I just couldn't quite stomach it as a child.
Stop trying to eat chipmunks.
Man.
So tasty.
Jolliver says Gadget was hot.
You know,
We're not gonna.
Oh, I was thinking the inspector.
Yeah.
fun fact, Eric. If
All
you
about them fun
if
facts.
you boil the chipmunk first, the hair will fall off.
Gross. That's disgusting.
Yeah, but then you just got hair water.
Yeah. It's good to it cleans your colon. You just drink that hair water.
Oh, guys, Eric's about to get triggered.
Yeah.
Trigger warning. My favorite show. This story. I'm delivering the news. It's fair. It's farts and balanced. Okay.
Farts and
I'm
balanced.
trying not to inflect my own opinions into this story.
That'll be a miracle.
Just get the.
Shut up, Trevor.
Wait, hang on. Just get the title out.
technically
I'll
by
deliver the
saying all
story, and
that-
then you can say what
Shut
you
up,
want.
Jeremy.
By saying all that, you
Shut
did
up, Jeremy.
put
Shut up, Trevor.
commentary all over it.
Shut up, Jeremy.
No, that's how Fox does things, and they are
Yeah.
fair and balanced, and never have any sway to one side or the other.
Obama's a liar, but he said today he's going to help people. But Variety.com says the Big Bang Theory spinoff, Young Sheldon. Oh, man, I can't. Okay, Young Sheldon.
Trevor, you want to finish this one for him?
Gosh, I'm going to puke.
Oh, what?
It's just the headline, Trevor. Just read
Yeah.
the headline.
The Big Bang Theory spinoff. So I was eating a gumdrop or a spice.
No,
drop.
it's a spice drop.
A spice
Whatever
drop.
those are.
The Big Bang Theory spinoff, Young Sheldon, officially ordered at CBS.
Thank you, Jeremy. You're finally useful.
Oh, ouch.
Although I do want to say that kid looks nothing like a young Sheldon.
You don't know that. You haven't seen pictures of him young.
He doesn't look like a young Sheldon at all. His hair color is
CBS
completely different.
It's called hair dye.
Yeah.
Also, hair tends to get darker as you get
Sure.
older, and then it gets lighter.
So CBS has officially given a series order for the Big Bang Theory spinoff Young Sheldon. The creator Chuck Lorre and Stephen Milaro said that the series follows Big Bang Theory's Sheldon Cooper at age 9, living with his family in East Texas and going to high school as a 9-year-old. They said that John Favreau is directing and executive producing the first episode of the series.
Cool to be like Iron Man then.
And Jim Parsons will also narrate the comedy as adult Sheldon, so it'll be kind of like How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, great.
Just that was me. That landed poorly.
Wait, that wasn't actually you true?
Suck. No, I said the How I Met Your Mother thing.
Oh,
that
I thought you made it all up.
Oh, so you added commentary, Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
geez,
how
way to
dare
be-
you.
You're so biased.
Farts and balanced.
That was pretty
Brown
parts
Eyes
and
for
balance.
You asked, what's the issue, Eric?
He hates the show.
I can't stand Big Bang Theory.
I like the show.
Oh,
is
see,
not my
here I thought
favorite
you were just
show.
upset that they're making a young Sheldon.
No, I just hate
No.
the show so much.
I don't-
the
yeah,
fact that
Eric is such a Big Bang Theory
Oh,
purist
it's a
that he
pretty dumb
can't.
show.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's really dumb, yeah.
It's a sitcom. I don't expect it to be.
Yeah, but there are good sitcoms. How I Met Your Mother was a great, fantastic
That's
sitcom.
true. That's true.
And
Yep.
so there are good sitcoms.
Yeah.
There- and
Friends.
even How I Met Your Mother, the laugh track thing annoyed me a lot of times when I would
Yep.
hear it.
Yeah.
If I focused on it, I would get so distracted and it would drive me nuts. But it was still a very well written, and you can argue about the ending. But
Yeah.
but Big Bang Theory
haven't seen it yet.
is so full of cliches about nerds and what that means.
they're not
to be
even
a
good
nerd.
nerds.
They're like that's not the way nerds are. Like it's like 3% of nerds are these people, and
No,
it's like
no, there's no percent of nerds that are those people. There are
I can-
there are dorks who are those people.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Okay.
Jeremy's
No,
drawing the
it's a
line.
fact.
They're not
No,
nerds.
it's
they're
a
The line
fact.
must be
There's a
drawn here.
huge- There's
No
a
further.
huge difference, nerd, geek, and dork.
I don't
and
know that
they are
that the line's kind of
significantly
blurred.
in dork
Maybe-
land.
That is
I
not
think
even
that
the
was the
argument.
case
That's
when
not
you-
what I'm arguing.
I think that was the case when we were in high school, but not so much anymore.
I just don't like how cliche it is, and I think I understand that people like it, and I've had this conversation with people, and I don't mean to poop on it. If you like it, that's fine. It's just that every time I watch it, it just repulses me in such a physical way. I'm just so repulsed by the humor and the characters.
The characters are bad.
I just can't stand the show, and I get that people like it. That's fine, and maybe you like identify with it because it's like because as a culture as a whole, we all are becoming more like being the nerds are the heroes now, guys. Like they're cool. So like all these guys are like dating these like women that they'd never get in real life, and like it's just like
they don't understand why.
and it's just and they say stuff that is so cliche. Like it's like a joke that would have been funny in 2005, and yet all these people in 2015, 16, whatever, are just like dying laughing at these terrible jokes that are just cliches, like cliche after cliche. Like I just can't bear it.
Jolliver says, "Yeah, I like Big Bang Theory, but no spin-offs should be made, and it's gone on for too long."
Yeah.
I can agree
I think
with
it's in
that,
its
yeah.
10th season now, and the article says that they're looking at doing another 2 seasons potentially because it is still the #1 comedy on network television.
Zufu said it's like the writers Googled what nerds are into
exactly.
and learned the terms but missed the culture.
Exactly.
Yeah,
110%.
that's well said.
It's like people that it's like it was written by people who aren't nerds, but they envy the fact that nerds are cool now, and they want to try to hone in on that somehow, and they want to try to pretend that they understand it because they wish they were nerds, but they totally missed the mark on that. Those and I mean, I get it if you just laugh at it because they made a Marvel reference, Star Wars. Like, okay, fine, that's fine. You're eating dinner and you like these stupid jokes, that's fine. But I just can't stand
mean,
that. I don't like.
the
I feel like
quality
I'm
of
being
your
like
TV watching is
placated
terrible,
too. I
but-
feel like it's patronizing. Like, well, I'm not gonna watch this, and that's just me. Just whatever, hate me all you want. That's fine.
Well,
But-
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that you would prefer to watch this show over Two Broke Girls.
Oh gosh, I mean,
I would rather watch Two Broke Girls over mere morbid curiosity than watch this show.
Oh my
I
gosh.
have watched that
I
show
have
out of
flipped
morbid
through it.
curiosity.
I don't even know what that show is.
It's the worst show on
is.
television.
It's
I would
garbage.
say
Now,
I
will
would say
as far
that
as
show.
nerd shows, IT Crowd, much better
Well,
show.
yeah, that's
Well, I
that's
mean,
a different
geez, that's-
category.
yeah.
I would even put Two Broke Girls is in this other weird category of if I ever watch it.
Trainwreck.
Yeah, it's
That
the
you
train
just-
wreck
you
thing.
have to
It's
watch it
so
because-
awkward and uncomfortable. Where this just makes me want to vomit because I hate how much I feel like they're trying to pander to their audience.
How long is that
And I
other-
just hate that. Where the other show I feel like is just written by complete morons who think they're funny.
That
and-
show has been on for 6 years.
Oh my word,
Yeah,
that's still
they
running.
can't be broke
It's
this
still
long, can they?
running. Yeah, at some point they're either dead or they aren't broke, right?
Yeah, I and I think Rose.
Okay, I've seen that once. or
G.
twice.
Oliver says that he watched Roseanne and that pulled him into Big Bang Theory. Is that because of the son? They're
Yeah.
not like the same person though, right?
No,
No, it's
Oh, okay.
it's
the
different.
same actor.
It's the same actor. I know, but he said that and I was like, wait a second, there isn't some like weird parallel
Maybe,
or
maybe,
what's up, Dave
maybe
Party
that's
Rock?
his Gosling.
Dave Party Rock.
Did you know he's also the son
Maybe that's
in?
his Gosling.
Yeah. And what?
He's also the
Christmas
son in Christmas
Vacation.
Vacation.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you guys my theory about Big Bang Theory? Now,
No.
bear in mind, I haven't watched the show in ages because I just got tired of it. but
Because it's exhausting, Nathan.
It is
It's
exhausting.
physically exhausting to watch that show.
I can watch it all.
Jolliver says it is bad, but there are top-heavy folks in it.
he's referring to Two Broke Girls.
Girls, I
And
think.
then he said,
Top-heavy.
"I really don't
Yeah.
know why
He's talking about Two
any
Broke
other
Girls.
people would watch this
He's
show."
talking about Two Broke Girls.
I think
Yeah.
he's. Did he just call them overweight? That's me.
No,
no,
he's,
top
he's
heavy.
saying they're top
Oh,
heavy.
Kyle was trying to make a joke on his joke, and then we got defensive.
Oh,
we were all like,
because-
it's boobs, Kyle. He's talking about boobs, Kyle. Gosh,
They're-
Kyle.
Kyle forgot what boobs were for a moment.
Joke.
No,
They're not
I didn't
buoyancy.
forget.
Boobs can't be overweight.
They're buoyancy efficient.
What were you trying to say, Nathan, before you got boobs?
Oh yeah. So my theory is that the main joke of the show is not what it appears to be.
Oh, okay.
The theme song every week recounts the history of the universe building up to these four guys and their girlfriends. And I was like, why would it do that? And then I was like, unless the joke is that they are so insignificant in the universe because we all are. The joke is on humanity.
Yeah.
But it's called The Big Bang Theory. So
Right. In the context of the entire universe, which started with the Big Bang. Try to keep up, Jeremy.
Yeah, come on, Jeremy.
Yeah. But it's saying that they're directly linked.
No, they're not. It's not saying that.
Yeah. I don't know. I've seen like portions of the show because it is that bad. I've never watched the full
Dave
one.
Party Rock says in the brunette, forget her name, but she was Thor's girlfriend.
And she's not Thor's girlfriend. She's Thor's girlfriend's friend.
Okay,
Not
I
even
was gonna
friend.
say- I was
Intern.
going to say, because Thor's girlfriend is Natalie Portman.
That's
so-
Darcy.
Ex-girlfriend.
What?
Are they exes now?
Yeah, she's not in the new movie.
Why?
I don't know,
They
but
broke
they
up.
broke them up
On
without
purpose?
like
Or did she not want to come
off
back?
screen. I don't know.
Well, I'd be fine if they were together and she just didn't show up.
Wait,
But
they already
broken up.
they
They've said
reported that?
They've said that.
Why would they
yeah.
come out go so far to report that?
I'm wondering if it's because they know that they're not going to get Natalie Portman back at any point, so it may just be something.
I mean, I feel bad for her because as good as an actress as she is, that's kind of a bummer role. Unless she was going to take over as female Thor later.
Did you know that?
Like,
that would be cool.
yeah.
Did you know that she actually said, "I want to be a more important part in the sequel," and so they just made her the MacGuffin in the Dark World?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
Dave says Trump deported her.
Did Trump have jurisdiction wherever the new movie is? Maybe.
I don't know.
Probably.
Trump
He's
in
going to rule
jurisdiction.
everything.
That's hilarious.
I know, right?
You're so smart on the politics.
Trump man has no jurisdiction. He will find her and make her squeal.
Whoever brought that story, thanks for triggering me. Appreciate
You're welcome.
That. Appreciate that.
Jolliver says, and the chat has been disabled again.
Why is that?
I don't know.
I didn't think it was disabled. Did we do something? Were we ignoring them? Is that what he means by that?
Okay, that video you're watching right now has nothing to do with this story.
Yeah, I don't know why that's
it's-
on. This story comes from the Bro Bible. The only Bible. I guess. BroBible.com says some talented geniuses edited all 62 episodes of Breaking Bad into a 127-minute movie, which I tried to watch, but it was taken down.
Yeah, interesting. On my phone, for some reason, it was in Spanish. The video does not exist. I don't know why.
No siento.
The
Yeah.
video do not exist, though.
You have one of those telephonos.
I have a telefono. Sorry, I lost my spot here. So this was edited by two
Broke girls.
French, yeah, two broke French girls. No.
Stop doing that!
Lucas Stahl and Gaylor Morriston. They took all 5 seasons and 62 episodes of Breaking Bad and cut and snipped and turned it into a 127-minute long movie. They said, after 2 years of sleepless nights of endless editing, we bring you the answer to that very question, a study project that became an all-consuming passion. It's not a fan film hitting the highlights of the show in a homemade homage. Sorry, that's a soft H.
Homage.
Homage.
Yeah.
Homage.
Sounds like a house.
Homage, but rather a re-imaging of the underlying concept itself, lending itself to a full feature length treatment, an alternative Breaking Bad to be viewed with fresh eyes. So that's interesting.
But now
Like,
it can't be viewed.
well,
Copyright infringement.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's out there. Just look on the dark web. I'm sure you'll find it.
I watched it, I got about an hour and 20 minutes in, and I was like, I'm kind of bored.
Well, did you have you watched the
So
TV
you
show?
Yeah, I watched
all
the whole
but
show.
17
Well, yeah.
minutes of it.
No, he got all but 7 minutes.
No.
Oh, wait.
He said
17.
120.
No, an hour
He
and
said
20.
an hour and 20.
Oh, I thought he said at
So
120.
that
So
would
you get
be
like halfway.
80.
Yeah.
A little over
so
halfway.
sorry, 40.
Yeah, they got through 4 seasons in an hour, and then the last hour was the 5th season. I was like, wow, that seems disjointed.
Yeah, I suppose.
Did it seem like it was did it alter anything?
They had to drop a lot of plot points.
Yeah.
So Walter's descent into villainy was a lot faster.
didn't feel like it was as justified, maybe.
No, it was just like, I'm going to sell meth. I'm suddenly evil now.
It's like, I got cancer. I'm gonna sell meth. I'm evil. Like, okay.
They relied
one who knocks.
Yeah, it just cuts to that right away.
they relied heavily on montages, which I imagine you'd expect.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to imagine him just coming out of the cat's can and just be like, I am the one who knocks. It's like, wait, what?
In the middle of the cat scan, gets a fedora on his head.
And he comes out of it with the goatee and the fedora. He goes in without it.
That sounds like
Your
a better film.
GD right.
Like, whoa, this movie, this is awesome. This is better than the TV show.
And then immediately goes and runs over the people with his car.
That didn't happen in the movie.
Oh man, the movie sucks.
But was there some Saul? Did
There-
Saul make it in?
There was very little Saul.
That's
Yeah.
disappointing.
It was
That's
like
disappointing.
It was like
But I mean, he's not that key to a lot of the
No,
plot. You know,
You're right.
really.
He isn't.
they pretty much only went to Saul to then get to Gus.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
So
Which, speaking of Gus, I saw a teaser for the new season of Better Call Saul, and it looks
When does
like
that start?
Gus is going to be in
yeah,
it.
I'm so excited.
April or something like that. I
Oh
think.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's because I'm watching it as it's happening and I'm not like catching up a couple years into it, but I almost think that I like Better Call Saul better.
Better Call Saul. Better.
I think
Yeah.
I could kind of
Than
agree with
Breaking
you.
Bad.
Partially because it has like it can kind of go a little more easily into some humor and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I like it a lot.
It wades more in the dark comedy waters than
Yeah.
Breaking Bad did, and I
Yeah.
think that's what the appeal is for me. But
Yeah.
they're
I think
both
it'll
kind of their own thing.
There still is definitely that. We'll wait and see how it finally ends and how they get to where they go and if it stays as good. But I think through
I
the
think
first
it's
two
great.
seasons,
I think it's great.
through the first 2 seasons, I like Better Call Saul better than Breaking Bad. But the jury's still out on whether or not by the end of it I will still think that.
Yeah. I think also there's this weird element of like Breaking Bad which I mean, I guess if it is kind of spoilers, but if you haven't watched it by now, but I mean,
I haven't.
You didn't
You
really
haven't watched Breaking Bad, Jeremy?
No, sorry.
Well-
Better Call Saul.
Oh, okay.
I've got like
I mean,
3
I'm not going to
episodes.
spoil Better Call Saul, but like Breaking Bad, you weren't sure how it was going to end.
That's true.
You were like, okay, maybe he'll turn around, maybe he'll
maybe he'll break good.
yeah. But I mean,
Get away with it, I think is what we were going.
Oh,
Better Call Saul, you kind of know how it's going to end. You know where he ends up.
Yeah.
And so you can kind of see him go through these different trials. He at times he'll try and go more legit and stuff, and then you can see him. I don't know. It's very interesting knowing the end of it. Pretty much.
I wonder if they're going to interlace it somehow with what happened, and then like near the end pick up with him currently with like what
they
you
already
have seen currently,
Yeah.
and like things just descending even more or
I
something.
mean, they
for him.
already
Like-
started the show with him in Omaha making Cinnabons.
Right,
So,
but I mean, like, I'm wondering, like, if things will eventually pick up where he's at making Cinnabon and badly for him or
Yeah.
whatnot. Like, if there will be more that'll happen.
Yeah, I think
after the
Zufu
fact.
has a point. Prequels suffer from that fate, so you watch it more for the journey
Oh, I
rather
didn't.
than the
I didn't
ending.
mean
That's
it as
true.
a bad thing. I
No,
meant that as
yeah.
actually a very good thing.
Yeah.
Because it's, well, it was interesting. I don't know. I was thinking it was just a headline. I saw it. It talked about knowing the spoilers doesn't make you enjoy something less. They actually said that it makes you enjoy it more, but I don't know if I could agree with that. But
Not when it comes to Star Wars, man. I'll get diarrhea if I hear a spoiler.
no, it's interesting though, because I mean,
I could tell you all about it.
because well, I mean, it's like it would allow you to be able to kind of understand the foreshadowing that they do sometimes, and you're
Yeah.
not necessarily looking for. You're not trying to figure it out. You're enjoying the art itself. So I could maybe kind of understand that. But I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I enjoy seeing how you get to a place.
Yeah.
Like,
Like GPS.
okay,
That's why when I was a kid,
I
I
am-
always stayed awake when we had long trips because I liked seeing us get there.
Yeah,
I cannot tell this story without spoiling The Dark Knight Rises. So bear with me.
Hashtag spoilers.
Hashtag spoiler.
That's
Hey, what's up, Midnight Angel?
Yo.
That's
Welcome
a
to the
Superman
chat.
reference, right?
Please click the heart if you have not already. We really
Yes.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Zufu says Trevor and Ebert.
4 out of 5 early bird specials. It's creepy because Ebert's dead. Go ahead.
So when I went to see The Dark Knight Rises, I was just browsing on Wikipedia on some random page about Batman, and
Bad
I
idea.
Yeah. Dangerous.
and I came across a little tidbit that Joseph Gordon-Levitt becomes Batman after the previous Batman gets blown up in a nuclear explosion. And so I went into the movie thinking that's what happened, and then the twist was that that's not what happened.
That's really funny, actually.
Hey, Midnight.
Hey, thanks for following us. We appreciate that.
Jeremy's gonna give you $100 $100 right
Yeah,
now.
once I figure it out.
Yeah. So, it's cool that someone did this. It's always a bummer because when these things happen, they get taken down so quick that most people don't get to enjoy it, and they put
Yeah.
all this work into it. I'm sure hundreds of thousands of people probably downloaded it and
It's
have
bonus,
it, have
Jeremy.
it,
not
have it
donate.
saved.
The internet never
But I want you
forgets.
to donate to it. You can do that at.
Heavy-handed.
I know.
Jolliver says, I stayed awake on long trips with my family after that one time the minivan went into the middle ditch on the road.
It's like, I'm not going to sleep anymore.
Good call. Then you get to see your death.
Oh, gosh.
Dark, man.
All right, we're going to another story from the Huffington Post this week. It says, how men handle stress differently.
Like, but compared to other men?
No, I think
no,
I think this is a very sexist thing.
Oh, because I mean the way it's framed. That
Well,
right,
they
right
say-
English
they say-
major.
Whatever
I can
benefits
see how you're
Who
getting
posted
that.
this story? Can I please ask who put this in?
You.
Did I really?
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
It's the Huffington Post. It's like your.
I'm
go-to.
looking at
It was your first one.
I'm
you
looking
put
at
in
your
there.
name in the agenda right now. It is under your name.
Eric, have you been getting sleep?
I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about my medical condition.
You okay?
Man, that really sucks because I was going to lean on you with this one. And
No, go ahead. You give me the synopsis.
Did you guys see the doctor's name?
You know what's weird? What is it?
Dr. Gail Gross.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Gross.
So it is a lady who wrote this.
No, it's funny because we were talking. Trevor and I were with someone else this morning. We were talking about this kind of general topic, and I completely forgot. I posted this early last week, and I forgot about it, and it was like must have been in my subconscious. So, anyways, go ahead.
So the article basically is saying whatever benefit stress may once have offered has mostly disappeared because primitive men relied on their body system to gear up for fight or flight. When he was threatened, his adrenaline system started pumping furiously, and he used every bit of the magical substance to save his hide. Modern social protocol makes it inappropriate for us to fight or run away from worrisome circumstances. So while the adrenaline system keeps on pumping for our lives, our minds instruct us to keep cool. And they're saying that there's 3 different stress hormones that are involved in the fight or flight system, and that men have a lower amount of. Which one is it?
Cotton.
Oxycontin.
No, not true.
Oxytocin or oxytocin.
Yeah,
is that
yeah,
it?
that's gotta be
That
it.
softens the reaction of the other two by relaxing the emotions, and so men release less of that than women do. Therefore, have a stronger reaction from both of the other types of hormones that are stress hormones. Those were the big things that I was seeing in the article. I don't know what your thoughts were on this, Eric.
Well, obviously, I don't remember because I don't remember.
But you were
posting it.
talking about it with Trevor earlier, so you remember something subconsciously.
No, I thought this was an interesting post based on our current society, and I mean, not to get too heavy here or anything, because I know that's not always our goal. But I just think it's interesting to see a headline like this, especially from the Huffington Post, with as blurred of lines as gender roles are currently in modern society. Like, you know,
Right.
like it's pretty undefined. That it's interesting to see this come out, and I guess I kind of wanted to see everybody's take on it because I was, you know, I was kind of talking. I think I mentioned to Trevor today, like how like with in like even with like me and my wife, like she handles like poop and vomit like in the household, right? Like if there's like poop and vomit.
Yeah, blame it on the kids.
That's kind of her thing, but yeah, on me if I poop or vomit. But for me, like if it's blood, like that's where I have to swoop in because like she's gonna barf or something, like
And then she'll
have to clean up her own vomit. Yeah, and so it'll go.
And it'll start the cycle over again.
Yeah. So I mean, I can see some of that, like you know, but I think I wonder is there merit to the fact that sometimes that because I mean they do like I always think of this terrible when I worked at a bookstore I saw this. This terrible book title, but it always stuck with me. That said, "Men are like waffles, women are like spaghetti," and it took me a while to. And so I started reading it because I was like, "This is interesting." But it was talking about how men compartmentalize and women are like spaghetti.
Because we're logical.
And whoa, see, I'm not gonna go make leaps like that and say women are not logical.
Down spot.
Yeah,
down.
Yeah.
They're both.
We went from racism to sexism.
Jeremy's already been hated, so he can do what he wants in this episode, right?
And the shape of waffles are both logical. They're just a.
No, I'm just saying because waffles compartmentalize and spaghetti, like all the emotions, everything are kind of like interwoven
When
together.
you have waffles,
You haven't seen the waffles I make.
Do you fill the?
Well, Nathan, we know which way you swing, so that makes perfect sense.
Does anyone else? Does anyone else fill the waffle squares full with
Trevor
butter
sighs heavily.
before putting syrup on top?
What's that?
Like you fill the holes with butter first in the waffle.
Yeah.
then
That's a good option. I don't know.
You know, it's also good crinkling bacon up and putting it on top. That's like amazing.
So
we're not talking about food.
Yeah. No. Anyways, I just thought it was interesting that this is a topic that people are discussing, and is it something that you can you talk about it safely without being labeled a sexist? I don't know. Jeremy's proven.
I think this doctor is a sexist because she obviously knows how men handle stress.
Okay.
I'm like, how in the world does she even have a clue?
She studied them. What were you gonna say, Nathan?
I was gonna say not with Jeremy.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Then you went and
There are
said
some
it.
statistics that I'd like to share with you now, and they are numbers.
I thought it was actually
that
like
me?
a scientist or something for a second. I was like,
called
what do you play? Oh,
We got Bill Nye on the line here to discuss this with us.
Well, I will say to Jeremy, it's women actually might be more like it might be easier to study like the psychology of men for women because if there is a difference, they would be able to detect that better.
Because of their emotional response versus their
Yes,
logical.
that's
No,
one?
because
what I
they're
was
the
talking about.
outsider.
No, because
just saying.
if you go to like since you live in America and you go to Canada, you will immediately be able to tell the cultural differences there.
No, but you'll only be able to tell them through your colored lenses, based on your.
They
own
prefer to be called lenses of color.
Exactly. I'm just saying. It's an observation, but an observation that's not taken as.
There are scientific ways of
what it
doing
is.
psychology or where it's
Yeah.
not 1980.
Yeah,
anymore.
like Freud isn't the standard anymore. So I mean,
The point of science is to attempt to get beyond your subjective
Yes. And there
opinion.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you're so hung up on the fact that this what is she at?
I feel like you're hung
A
up on the
doctor.
fact that you feel I'm hung up on the fact.
No, you are the one hung up on it,
yeah.
See, I
and
think
you
that's
have
just-
brought the conversation to
See,
a halt
I-
on this one
I feel like-
subtopic.
I feel like that's just, through your own colored lenses, how you're seeing.
He doesn't
me.
see colored lenses. He's colorblind. Why do you got to bring that up?
Nathan
But
literally doesn't
technically,
see
you
color.
brought it up anyway.
Anyways, I didn't mean for us to discuss the fact that this was a woman talking about how.
But she's gross.
yeah,
It's
okay.
interesting.
Zufu said the sexist talk is cakewalk compared to the clan meeting earlier.
Yeah, ouch. Hey, clan meeting. That implies that there were multiple clan members.
There
here.
was only one.
Clan member in the room.
That doesn't even apply. That would be Nazi, not Klan.
Whoa.
What?
Those are totally different.
I don't even
things.
want to stop. I want to stop.
no.
Just stop. We're not even going to discuss it.
We got
We're
a
not
question
gonna,
in the chat.
We're gonna, what's that?
Midnight Angel asks, "What do you guys think about Stephen King teaming up with his son to write a new book?"
Go for it.
Yeah, I mean,
When does the movie come out?
I've only honestly read one Stephen King book. I read what was it? It's the one about JFK. It's whatever the day JFK.
That's The Shining.
The one with
No.
the one with James Franco.
James Franco.
Yeah, the one that was
a good book
The
on
book,
Hulu.
The book was very good. The show was also very good.
I prefer all my books on Hulu.
No, yeah, I'd be intrigued. I guess.
I don't know. Is he a good writer, or is he just riding on Daddy's coattails? That's what I would wonder.
That's the
Like,
question.
I mean, can he write a good book on his own, or
You know what? Though?
I don't know. Is he an author
don't-
now? Is his son what is his name like Cooper King or some
My guess
pretentious
is it probably won't matter because
Princeton King?
anything that he does bad, Papa will clean up in editing.
No, Papa will just come in and be like, okay, if you're struggling with the ending, son, just remember supernatural or alien demons. That's how it ends.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Zufu's going.
Bye, Zufu.
We'll miss you.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you. Let's go on to the next story. We'll start to talking about the sexes. This comes from Science Alert. It says it took him 8 years, but this Python owner just bred an adorable emoji snake. Oh,
That is pretty cool.
Look at their cute little smiley faces.
He's so lucky emojis didn't go out of style in 8 years.
That's the foresight. I feel like they might even be more than they were 8 years ago.
Well, the Emoji movie's coming out soon.
Yeah,
so-
Yeah, there's a movie.
By the way,
he was hired by Sony.
by the way, Zufu was just kidding.
Oh, okay, good.
He's not leaving. He was just threatening to leave.
yeah. When Jeremy was
based
going
on
to go
you
on
guys
the...
attacking me for my
No, that's
opinion.
not what he says.
No,
He
that's
says I was
exactly
just
what happened.
kidding when
Yeah.
Jeremy was about to go in on race.
Yeah,
again.
exactly. When you guys all attacked me for
No,
Oh.
that's not it.
kind of
So this snake, the article doesn't really specify a whole lot. It said that the patterns are caused by recessive mutations that do occur naturally, but it's extremely unlikely to happen in the wild. So, is it just he bred it with certain other snakes to
he bred
make
it with an iPhone.
Okay, okay. But they said
Mental image.
They s- the extremely rare snake could be sold for at least $4,500, but Justin, the guy that made it,
Justin, we all know him.
he's the creator. He said that
That's not what my bro Bible says.
All hail Justin, the creator.
the breeder is that better?
Yeah.
Breeder. He said that he will probably keep this particular animal due to its uniqueness.
Yeah. Okay.
What's he naming it?
Emoji. We had some
Emoji?
good friends that we were trying to convince to name their child Emoji. Didn't work. Didn't work out.
That would have been funny.
Hey, cool cat.
Yeah. Hey, cool cat. Welcome back.
Kitty.
Kitty. Yeah, that's right.
Midnight Angel said that's wild, and I said it's probably tame.
Jolliver says snake breading is a weird wild.
Weird and wild thing.
Sorry, you've been here for a while. I can make fun of your grammar.
Whoa.
And there he is, folks.
Maybe he's
there he is.
maybe he's just getting excited for the holiday tomorrow, and he's prepping.
Mm-hmm.
Makes typing harder.
So there's different emojis going on here, right?
Not really.
Yeah, there's like the smiley one with ears, and then
there's
there's like the one who's almost kind of
Ears.
like wanting to laugh with you, but thinks
Jeremy.
like when you guys laugh
This
with
guy
try to laugh
bred
with
a
me.
snake with emoji faces.
I
and
know.
you're
I'm saying they're
critiquing
no. I'm saying
his-
that's good. There's multiple emojis. You know the one where it's like, that's the one on the right.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jolliver. I was making a joke at your expense. I know.
You're a terrible person.
That
I
was an
make
expensive
typos quite a
joke.
You
bit,
felt
yeah,
guilty
so-
already.
Yes, I do.
Dave Party Rock says waiting for the eggplants version.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be because it's already a snake.
Oh, but that'd be.
That would be awesome.
Would that be a double entendre?
Snake
be a
bread
double dong.
does sound good.
Double donger?
Guys.
Did you say snake print? Sounds good.
Snake bread.
Oh, ew.
That sounds
What?
tasty.
What?
That
Gross.
No.
doesn't make any sense.
Brown Eyes has the right idea with the
Ew.
tongue sticking out, and it's gross.
Yeah. I don't want any snake bread,
And
Jeremy.
then Brown Eyes said
I'd try it.
the few laughs of Jeremy.
I don't know what bread you're eating, but
I'd try it.
I'm not gonna join you in the snake bread eating. All right, this next story comes from IFL Science. Doc, we were on the science stories
I
tonight.
fretting love science.
I fretting love science. It says 2 teams of scientists have created a new state of matter.
Yeah, this new state of matter is a super solid that combines the regular structure of a solid with the lack of
Viscosity.
viscosity of a superfluid. The state, as reported in the 2 Nature papers, ETH and MIT's.
Yeah. Go on.
What is
Go on,
Keep
nothing.
going.
Just go on.
Oh no.
Whoa!
Nothing.
What?
Just go on, Kyle. Just stop acknowledging what I'm doing.
You're just very distracting.
Come on, Kyle.
Kyle,
wouldn't-
do your job.
I wouldn't be paying attention if these chuckleheads weren't laughing at the MeUndies.
We're laughing at your undies.
Yeah, why are you laughing at my undies?
I told you to wear pants tonight.
Zufu says, "Why is there green booty?"
Yeah, I know. That's what we're all questioning.
That's what's
That's
happening.
green?
We were just admiring this guy's gluteus
The link
maximus.
goes to a different gender.
Especially right under you may like.
Yeah. You may like
Trevor's
green
like-
booty.
Yeah, what have you been searching on
Thanks
here,
for
Eric?
the idea.
For our audio listeners, Eric is looking at the ads at the bottom of the page.
Oh, see, I thought you were going to use a different
And
word.
one of
there
them is
with
for
A.
MeUndies.
Yeah, I was looking at all them sweet ads. Anyway.
I know, Zufu. I had one job and
Okay,
I messed
what's
it up.
this science?
Sorry.
Nathan,
science
what
thing?
is this? Because this was your. I don't understand science.
Kyle's
Oh,
swinging
okay. So we're not liquid, we're not solid, we're not gaseous.
There's more than just
we're not
those 3
vapor,
states.
we're not.
Or
Yeah, I
4
know.
states.
Vapor
There's
is
lots
gas.
There's
Yeah,
a lot of
there's-
different.
Yeah, states of matter are a social construct, Jeremy.
So they're whatever they believe they are.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
No, I don't fully understand it either. I just
Dang
know.
it, Nathan! You can't bring this stuff.
You know what?
When,
Give
when
me
none
a
of us
second. I'll read the
understand
article
anything.
and I'll explain it to
All
you.
right. So, from what I was able to glean from both this and independent research, a superfluid is a fluid that if you stir it, it'll just keep going until you stop it.
Well, that
So it, like, retains
that
energy
defeats-
infinitely, pretty much.
That,
I don't know.
That
Yeah.
sounds like something.
In the
that can't
article, they
happen.
say it would be like if you poured coffee into a mug and it was in that state, then it would just continue to
They
swirl.
have those. It's an auto-stirring coffee mug, and there's a thing at the bottom.
Right.
I'm not even kidding, and it stirs
But that's
it
not.
forever
That's not like.
if you want it to.
That's not.
No,
what
no,
we're
I
talking
think
about
he's
here.
onto something.
Thank you.
It is in that state. You're right.
Yeah. Thank
Oh
you.
yeah, I saw that. I just bought that off of the.
It's on Amazon. I saw it on
the-
Amazon. It was right. I think it was right below the penis mug that I
was-
saw. I'm serious. You search coffee
Yeah.
mug on Amazon. One of the top 20 results is a mug with a handle that's shaped like a wiener.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's a super
I'm
solid.
going. I'm going to check. I got to fact check this.
It's a solid super
Oh
fluid.
gosh.
So, anyways, continue.
this combines the properties of a regular solid and a superfluid, and I'm like, so it's like a gel that if you hit it, it'll just keep jiggling forever. I don't fully get it. either. The jello will just keep moving forever and ever, and I will just put the little roofie in the jello.
Way to make that dark.
That's where it goes.
keep
so
scrolling. Keep scrolling.
I typed in mug and I have not found a penis mug
keep
yet.
going.
Did you type coffee mug?
Like the 15th one
Keep going.
has
Just
like
keep going.
nudes when the drink is hot and clothed when the drink is cold.
They had pens
Send me
like
a
that
link.
when I was a
Send
kid.
me a link, Jesus.
What
I
happens
was
when
looking
the
at a
coffee is
phone,
lukewarm?
So it keeps going on the phone. You don't have to hit the tab
Yeah.
next. So get
But
to the
that's-
next page.
Nathan, real quick while they're still
That's not
searching.
the second one.
Does it
Yes.
say where this exists?
In
Is
a
this-
lab.
In a
Ah,
lab,
there
okay.
it is. That's funny.
Hang on, let
You
me
would think
let
that.
me look because I don't remember
'Cause
off the
it's
top.
the
of
I
my
just
head.
Handle.
imagining like my daughter being a little bit older and searching to buy her father a mug on Amazon. Types in mug and then here she gets the what's it called? Home Cube test.
Testis testicle booby novelty coffee mug ideal present.
Ideal present.
So she's gonna type in ideal present coffee mug.
and get the testicle booby novelty coffee mug.
Yeah.
Which I don't even know where the booby comes in. 'cause
Maybe
there are no
there's like
boobies.
two versions. or
Zufu
something.
may be right here. He said this is the darkest timeline. Also, that it's because Amazon recommends based on prior
it
search
came up for
history.
Kyle too. So,
But it was further. It wasn't the second option.
I didn't say it was a second. I said it was in the top 20. Is what I said. I didn't say
Uh-huh.
the second option.
I heard second.
I heard
You guys are a
second.
bunch of liars. Let's move on. This dark matter thing is confusing, but thanks for bringing it.
In answer to
not
your
dark
question,
matter.
in answer to your question,
Oh, yeah, it's-
Trevor, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know
Side
if it was-
note, just for some more information about that mug, it comes up in the search 3 spaces ahead of Dr. Seuss's "Oh, the Place You Would Go."
Yeah, it makes sense.
Wait, is that a mug?
There's a mug that's got
I like
that
how
on it.
that
Oh, I thought you
turned
meant the
into
book.
to a mug story.
I know. We got so distracted. We started searching mugs on.
I was
There's
interested
coffee
in your
that
story,
spins in
Nathan.
this.
Well, it was because of the spinning coffee, and then we went down the rabbit hole. Sorry, Nathan. We took over your story. All right, this next story comes from the Independent. It says 5-second, more science, guys. 5-second rule. This should be just deem the science episode. 5-second rule.
I did put hashtag science.
For food dropped on the floor approved by germ scientists. So
Yes.
it is finally a real rule, and you can use it, and you don't have to worry about
Food
it.
that has been dropped on the floor is usually safe to eat under the so-called 5-second rule, a scientist has said. Really, do we need to hear any more of this?
I feel like if you want the
little
jelly
bit.
off of that toast and use a spatula to pick it up, you're gonna scrape up some other things.
Okay, so here's
Like I don't know if that's an appropriate.
Depends on where you're at.
Obviously.
Wow.
Here's what they said. Germ expert Professor Anthony Hilton from Aston University said that although
What happened there? I don't even know what happened.
I said
Aston.
Aston.
The little laugh at your own joke was what made me laugh.
I know. I knew that was what happened there.
I was totally unaware.
He
of what
said
was
that
going on.
although retrieving these morsels can never be completely without risk, there is little to be concerned about if the food is only there momentarily. He said, obviously, food covered in visible dirt shouldn't be eaten, but as long as it's not obviously contaminated, the science shows that food is unlikely to have picked up harmful bacteria from a few seconds spent on an indoor floor. That's not to say that germs can't transfer from the floor to the food. Our research has shown that the nature of the floor surface, the type of food dropped on the floor, and the length of time it spends on the floor can all have impact on the number of germs that can transfer.
All right, so hear me out.
Let's hear it.
You're having a picnic. You drop your sandwich on the ground.
Go on.
Can you pick it up?
Is there a lot of grass?
I mean, the grass shouldn't be too bad, right?
Well, why would you have a picnic where there's not grass?
Yeah, really.
Well, I
What
mean,
are you, in the
I'm
desert?
just saying, is like the grass, like maybe it rained the day, and so the grass is all kind of matted down, and there's dirt a little bit higher.
Trevor
'Cause if
lives
it's-
in a cement garden. Nathan,
And
come
maybe
on.
it's been mowed recently.
All right, let's postulate it has been mowed recently.
Well, then that would mean that there's potentially
Then probably
more
not.
grass because of the clippings
Yeah.
as well as
Well, yeah,
the
but-
growth.
I mean, I'm not going to eat
So-
that toast that's there with the jelly that's
Actually,
face down.
I'd
if
eat
you
that.
aren't
Okay.
concerned
You'd
about
eat
the
that?
if you aren't
5
concerned
seconds,
about
yeah.
the jelly and you're concerned more about the toast, then
Well-
you're probably significantly safer because you're transferring more jelly to the floor than germs to the toast.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah, you could pick up the toast, I guess, and
That's what I'm
re-jelly
saying.
it.
Like, there's going to be
Okay,
a
that
little
makes
jelly
sense.
on there, and then
You
you
could
put a
just
little more
re-jelly it.
jelly.
You know what
and then
helps?
You
If
don't
you
eat that
if
jelly.
you if you blow on it after you pick it up.
it's not a
not
Nintendo
jelly.
64
Not the jelly. No, the
cartridge.
toast part.
Yeah, it's not. It's not a Nintendo cartridge.
if it was dry toast, I would blow on it.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
make
I
sense.
mean, you might scrape it with your fingers,
jelly-
just in case.
I would blow dry toast all day, but I would never blow wet toast. Like if it had butter on it, I wouldn't blow it.
because it's totally gross.
I would.
at that point.
Yeah, I'm just not going to blow that.
Yeah.
Not in a million years, because I know I could blow and blow and blow, but it's not going to make a difference. It's not.
Yeah, there's too much
The
viscosity.
dust isn't going to get off. It's going to
Yeah,
stay
it's
on there.
sticking to the viscous
Exactly.
substance.
Viscous. Thank you. I don't know if that's an accurate
It
term,
is.
but
It is.
I don't think it is.
I don't
It
think
is.
it
Butter
is.
is
Viscous
has
is a term.
Zufu says so. What
Butter
you're
has
saying
viscosity.
is,
Oh, okay.
if you pick up swiftly, you just have to shake it off. And then Zufu says hides.
I would like to derail for just a second and
Yeah.
say
We
I'm-
were on the rails.
Yeah, I don't know that we ever were tonight.
Where are the rails? We have rails.
the use of an image of toast with jelly on it, jelly side down, is super distracting to me because I always associate that with the M. Night Shyamalan movie Devil, where if you flip toast and it lands jelly
Oh,
side
yeah, the
up,
devil-
that's
the
a
devil-
sign that the devil is nearby.
Whoa.
That's true. So it's true. Hey, Epic Pancake Gaming, thank
Yeah.
you for joining the chat. Please click the heart. We will really appreciate
Are
it.
you
Yes.
related
Yeah.
to pancake batter?
I don't know. Sometimes
We don't know,
it's-
maybe.
Pancake batter is their father.
Yeah.
Cool Cat
Or
for
wait,
life.
wouldn't they be the father because they're already a
I
pancake?
like how Nathan and Trevor have this weird nerd joke going on.
Cool
didn't
Cat
even
for
think
life
about
says.
Pancake, I am your pancake.
Cool Cat says, "Gents in a washing machine is a stream I would enjoy."
Jensen washing machine.
That's going to be our new
That'll be the
Saturday
next-
evening show that we have yet to announce.
I'll not be participating because that'll hurt.
Epic Pancake says they're cousin. They're cousins. They're not.
Oh,
they're not
okay.
related
Cool.
by cousin.
Well, welcome.
By
We're glad that,
cousinness.
we're glad that you're here.
It's a term.
Cousin.
It's a science episode, so it's very
Yeah,
scientific.
it's very scientific tonight.
Like if we're cousins, we're very cousinists.
So how is this next story
Cousinist?
scientific?
I don't know.
I
that
think this
one
is the end of the science.
Science ends
I don't
here.
know that it is. I really don't know that it is. Saudi Arabia launches Girls. Is that the TV show from HBO? Girls Console.
No, it's probably
Council.
better.
Council, not a console. It's a gaming console
Saudi Arabia.
from Saudi Arabia for girls. It says without any girls.
Oh, Saudi Arabia.
Oh, you're always up to your funny jokes, Saudi.
So they said it's an encouraging initiative for a country not known for giving women a platform in public life, but when Saudi Arabia wanted to show off its inaugural Girls' Council, they overlooked one thing: the women.
Oh yes,
So-
we need the women.
The picture there is all men. The women were apparently in another room linked via video.
They were in the kitchen.
They were in another room, but this picture had been compared to and circulated with the picture of President Trump signing the abortion papers surrounded by men that you see there
Every
on
one
the
of those
screen now.
men in that room have had an abortion.
Must
They
have.
understand, especially Mike.
They
Pence.
have all
Mike,
been a baby.
Mike Pence had like 13.
It was just
abortions.
lip
Really,
scraping.
that's half the-
Least.
They've all been a
Hashtag
baby,
real
so
news.
they're all
Real
half
news.
the equation.
Yeah. I mean, sure. That doesn't make any sense, Jeremy, but sure.
But yeah,
The one with no rights.
In Saudi Arabia, a state policy of gender segregation between unrelated men and women is rigorously enforced, which is part of the reason that they were in separate rooms. But the country may be moving towards loosening some of its rules as part of its Vision 2030 program. Its goals include increasing women's participation in the workforce from 22% to 30%. So it's one of those things that's kind of funny, but what's happening now?
I couldn't help but click on this story.
For our audio listeners.
No, we're going there. We're going.
Can we turn this into a 404?
Wait, hang on. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
from
Wait,
the
wait,
BB
do the sound.
Breaking news. Bob from BBC News.
Hold your hand to your
Bald New Zealand murderer wins toupee court battle.
It's just in, folks.
I'm trying to find the rest of the story here.
It should be at the bottom of the page.
Let's see here.
It's at the bottom of the page. Is it the bottom of the page? It's not there.
His search patterns
Where
are
is it,
different
Eric?
than yours, Eric.
Yes, obviously I always search for Mel pattern
you,
murder.
You are on the Men in the Tub one that
Copy
has all of our
that in.
crazy
Copy
news.
that in.
Okay.
Let me get the story up, and we'll get you the news here. This is
There you go.
breaking in.
There it is.
Um,
Yeah, no, I saw this and I was just like, "What?" That guy is just looking at me, and I'm scared. But like his hair's weird, and like what? And it just the headline bald.
He looks
news-
familiar.
He
Bald-
looks like a murderer.
He looks like an actor.
I mean, honestly, if you would be like, think of a murder in your head, that's the image I would get.
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
that's true.
Here,
I think this is
we've got the
Crispin
story.
Glover when he got turned when he didn't get paid enough for Back to the Future
Yep,
2.
that's it. That's exactly what it is. Philip John Smith's hairpiece was taken away when authorities recaptured him after he fled the country, using the toupee as part of a disguise, but he argued that his toupee was an artwork essential to his self-esteem. A high court judge in Auckland ruled that his fundamental right to freedom of expression was ignored. Smith is serving a life sentence in prison. He was convicted and imprisoned in 1996 for murdering the father of a boy. Hey, thank you, Epic.
Thank you for following us. We really do appreciate that.
Yeah, you
I
get
have, to
$10.
I have to get something in real quick. Zufu had a nice little zinger. He said, it was a close ruling. He won by a hair.
See, you're already ready for the 404.
Midnight Angel said hairbrained.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
hairbrained.
I really don't. So he's in prison, but he somehow is.
So is it because he was in prison but he was bald and he's just like, the other inmates are picking on me.
They took away my.
I need a hair so they don't pick on me. I don't know. It's an interesting story. I didn't mean to derail everybody.
No, this is good. This was good.
The next update to the story is that he dies with a hairball.
Anyways, the girls thing. Yeah, that's kind of. I feel like that's power for the course to Saudi Arabia. To a girls' console and be like, well, let's discuss this without the ladies.
They were discussing it with them. It's just they were in separate rooms via video conference because of their gender segregation.
Social.
Yeah.
As dumb as it sounds, it actually sounds like it's a pretty big step for them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that sounds.
So they were actually trying to
It
make
sounds
progress.
like they're making progress because they want to. The goal for this program that they've got is to increase women participation in the workforce from 22% to 30%. So
if this was BuzzFeed or a Huffington Post, they would have just had the title and nothing else.
Just the title and the picture,
and then a bunch of tweets about it.
Yeah.
BBC,
Here's what people are saying about this.
Well, I don't know if BBC is as professional after this. That guy whose kids broke in on him on live TV.
That's true. Alrighty, let's go. We got a couple more stories still to get through here before we get to all the other stuff we have.
Yeah.
Things.
Cool cat. You got to pay for that.
What do they want? Oh, they tried to shut you up?
Yeah, you got
they were checking it out because I put the commands in there.
You got to do shut up,
because
Jeremy.
Epic Pancake asked what Tubbucks were.
Yeah, you can use Tubbucks to redeem different rewards, or on Wednesday nights when we play games, you can gamble.
It's legal online gaming.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no real money involved.
There's no real money involved.
If Crazy was here,
says?
he would tell you that it would get you a penny per Tubbuck towards an automobile at the Empire Auto Brokers in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. That's EmpireAutobrokers.com.
Our only non-paying sponsor.
This next story is an article published by the Carnegie Mellon University. It says, information avoidance, how people select their own reality, which I would like to add to this. I feel like I've been preaching this idea for so many years, but I was never smart enough to articulate it in a way that they did with all their fancy research.
Well, that's how you titled it in the show stuff. I've been saying this for years now.
Yeah.
So it talks about how dieters prefer not to look at the calories in their tasty dessert. People at high risk for disease avoid screenings, and people choose the news source that aligns with their political ideology. In a paper published in the Journal of Economic Literature, they showed that, a simple failure to obtain information is the most clear-cut case of information avoidance. People have a wide range of other information avoidance strategies at their disposal. They also are remarkably adept at selectively directing their attention to information that affirms what they believe or that reflects favorably upon them, and at forgetting information they wish were not true, which is absolutely 100% accurate. And it's
is this news?
Well, it's yeah.
I feel like this is well known.
There's a theory out that's I can't remember, but it's like something bias.
Confirmation
bias. That's what it's called. Yeah,
it's not a theory.
It's a psychological term. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's also hindsight bias.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I think it's. I mean, sure. This is. I think, but I feel like it's. You say that like, this is a thing. Like, does everybody know this? But I think it's. I don't think everybody knows this.
I think.
I think it's a common. I think
Thank
it's.
you.
But I think it's a. No, I think it's a common. I think it's an.
Jeremy doesn't want to believe in it.
No, but I'm just. I'm just saying. I think it's a common thing that people do that they don't realize they're doing.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times maybe people have surmised this in your own like worldview or whatever you've maybe picked up on people doing this. But I don't know. I think it's interesting for them to have this article and do some study, like get some scientific research behind it. And I mean, it's hard to admit, but everybody does this like on a day-to-day basis because you can't get through life without doing this, like because you make your own reality, but the problem is, I think, is when it skews to be unhealthy. Like when, like they say, I thought it was interesting how they say people don't go to medical scannings because they know that they're probably high risk for problems, or they know, and you end up hurting yourself in the long run because you do the whole like stick your fingers in the ears thing and like pretend everything is fine. And it's
the three monkeys, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Judge Root.
Judge Root, welcome to the chat. Click that heart. We would really appreciate it. Thank you for being here with us.
So Zufu asked, so unbiased news is not possible. Technically, you are correct.
Yeah.
Objectivity is pure objectivity is impossible as a human being because everything we experience and everything we talk about is subjective.
But news as far as sharing of information
It's still,
is possible without bias.
No.
I don't know because
it depends on
your bias will even dictate
It's
what
whether
you
or not
think.
you're stating everything
What?
is beside the point.
No,
But what
I mean-
you state can be completely factual without opinion. Maybe that's what I mean to say.
But your bias will even color what you think is newsworthy.
Yeah.
That's true.
What you think is newsworthy, the way which you convey the message.
What details you think are important.
Or in this society the facts that you're willing to believe. You know what I mean? Like because
I think that goes for every society.
Well, I know. I guess I'm getting in this current society where
Eric
it's
can
just,
only talk about his own society, okay?
Yeah, I know it's the only thing I'm thinking. But I'm just saying now that we live in the alternative facts world that we do, it's one of those things where it makes things like this recent election just so volatile and like and I think this is good to bring it to people's attention because I do think a lot of people maybe they think this maybe crosses their mind, but they don't want to admit it. They don't want to address it in their own lives, and I think it would be good for us to sometimes just take a step back and maybe realize where we're doing that and try to change that maybe because it's not always the healthiest, and it doesn't, like, the older we get, the more that is going to become our reality, the more that we believe these like kind of illusions that we make for ourselves, and then at some point like we can't break away from that. And, hey, Judge, thank you very much for the follow. We really appreciate that.
So much.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, and I mean I think like the article says at one point that there's the idea that people look for specific things that will prove what they want it to prove. They'll look for those facts, even if they're not necessarily even like fact check. And I don't like it's weird because there's so many people that want to look for things that just confirm what they have. And it's almost like if you believe in something or if you have like a feeling or a bias about something, it's almost like you should, kind of look at it and almost question it at the same time to make sure that what you believe is actually real or why you actually believe in it. It's one of those things that you can't just accept everything on face value or just be like, oh, that makes sense, I'm just going to believe that and that sounds right.
It's just like with that article we just read. If we just read the headline of it, it said there were no girls in the
and that's
Saudi
completely
Arabia
the
thing.
way I interpreted that article. That's where I thought it was headed.
Yeah, if you saw that and you just saw that and you didn't read the article itself, I mean that's. Yeah.
Right. And that's what people do. I mean, it's like we've got the most information that we've ever had in history available at our fingertips and in our pockets, in all of our devices that we've got. And at the same time, we don't actually like look through everything to find the answer. I mean, how many times I know I do it all the time. I'll see an article, I'll just read the headline. I'm like, "Oh, that's crazy." And like not actually read it. Like the one that I tweeted a couple weeks ago or last week about the lady that was texting with her dead friend or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't even care about that because it sounds like that's something. It's probably not
Hashtag
what
fake
it's.
news. I saw that.
Yeah,
you tweeted
it's
that.
probably not what it actually sounds like from the headline because it's probably a lot more clickbaity than it should be. And
it's kind of, I think it's a survival mechanism that I think human beings are built with, and I think it's how we can make it through the day. It's a way
Ignorance
that
is bliss.
It's probably prevents lots of.
I mean, it's something that. It's something we need to try and it's very natural. I mean, and it's not always necessarily a harmful thing just because if we were constantly in debate about, oh my gosh, these different things, I think we would get
But
nothing
we are.
done.
But I guess when I'm talking about this
debating you, so
information avoidance, I think when it comes to things that you're in denial of and you continue to
selectively
make
is what you're saying.
like make these things to avoid dealing with these issues that you probably should take care of, and you're unwilling to hear other people out when they're trying to help you with that because you have made this world that is impenetrable by their opinions, and so you don't allow yourself to see yourself in that light. But I think sometimes when you allow that change, it hurts really bad sometimes, and you're ashamed or you're embarrassed or whatever. But like they say, it does help you. It does help you grow, become a better person.
Yeah. There's a couple things in the chat. Midnight Angel says, like the people on YouTube saying Elvis was still alive and a preacher.
Yep.
That's true.
Hallelujah.
That's true.
I mean, obviously.
I don't know where he is
Since
alive.
the devil left me, I found a new church to lead.
I mean, that's technically
It's
that's
down
what
at
that.
the end
You
of
remember that
Jesus
movie
Street.
with Whoopi Goldberg? What was that one where she was the nun? Sister Act.
Yep.
That was loosely based on John Travolta.
Whoa. John Travolta was a nun?
no, that was loosely based on Elvis being a preacher
alternate facts.
and hiding out because he was supposedly
Guys, we need to be patient with Kyle. This is his alternate reality. This is his form of information avoidance. He believes that Travolta was a nun. It's
Yes.
okay, Kyle. It's all right. You know
And
what?
that's
I'd watch
actually
that.
actually
yours.
John Travolta being a nun was actually just Elvis in hiding.
that's fine. That's
'Cause
your
Elvis is
thing,
alive.
Kyle, and it's not really hurting you in any way to believe that. So we're gonna join in you in that belief. Everybody in the chat is with you now.
Yes.
Everybody in the chat agrees
Yes.
with Kyle that John Travolta was a nun.
He was.
It is just
Hey,
agree with
you
Kyle.
know what they call a habit in France? Lay habit.
the habit.
Oh no, gosh. Sorry.
Zufu did also mention. Oh, it disappeared because everyone went crazy about my stupid theory that I was making up.
Jay
on the
Oliver
spot.
goes, Travolta wasn't a nun.
Mind blown. No, Zufu says fake news is so huge not because of its truth, but more because people want it to be true.
Amen.
Yes.
That's
true.
exactly what it is.
That's because it aligns with their views.
Or they want it to be false.
Yeah. Either way.
yeah. Either way.
Because
They want
that
to
makes
be.
them uncomfortable.
They want
Yep.
it. They want it to agree with them.
Kitty Kitty says Trevor was also a nun. Off topic. Continue.
Zufa says it's a
one time.
habit royale with cheese.
Saw what you did there.
All right, we got one more story here for you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on to this last story. This comes from masslive.com, or maybe it's masslive.
I think it's in Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. It says, whoa, this story must be for Trevor. Inappropriate behavior at Friday Bingo reduces game of Holyoke. Reduces games at Holyoke Senior Center. Director says
That was Trevor, actually.
was that you, Trevor?
No,
Yeah.
they said that the Friday bingo mindset seems to infect people who behave rationally all other days of the week, said Neve Fenwick Rodriguez, executive director of the Holyoke Council on Aging, or the COA. Allegedly bad behavior by senior citizens prompted Rodriguez to announce last week she was reducing the number of times bingo was being held at the senior center to 2 Fridays a month from the current 4 a month. With echoes of fraternity house rowdiness, which was met with denials or skepticism. Rodriguez nonetheless said it was in an email to the city councilor that the clamor includes seniors banging on doors of other rooms at the facility, sneaking people in for lunch when a ticket is required, being rude to staff and volunteers, leaving the room a mess, threatening to egg vehicles of staff and volunteers upon learning bingo regularity was in jeopardy. The alleged
You know how your
boorishness-
seniors like to be regular.
Right. Well, the alleged boorishness seems to stem from senior citizens impatient to enter the multi-purpose room where bingo is held and then rushing in to compete for seats at tables
it's my favorite
with
room.
friends. Rodriguez also said in one case a player yelled at a COA board member because the board was meeting in the multi-purpose room prior to bingo, though it was only 11:15 and bingo doesn't start until 1. She didn't think the board had any right to prevent her from getting to her coveted seat.
Trevor, you got to stop being a bad influence.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I
Over there,
drive
the
them
senior
ladies crazy.
Yeah.
You were going to say loco, weren't you?
No, I was
gonna say old
I meant to say
ladies.
old ladies, but yeah.
Old ladies.
Yeah.
Old-
Trevor just goes around, this bingo is a travesty. Revolt!
Epic Pancake Gaming says, "How about that?"
How about that? Cash me outside. That's what they do. That's what they. That's what Zufu said. Old people like cash me outside.
Take these eggs and fight.
So that's too bad. You gotta. I think a lot of times, as talking about information avoidance, we being younger, even Jeremy being at the young age that he's at, like we tend to we tend to like look at old people and be like, oh, they're this and they're that, and we get these preconceived notions of what it is to be an old person. But I guarantee when you get to that age, you're not gonna feel that way or think that way anymore, and it's gonna be.
I'm gonna be that crazy old guy. But you guys already knew that.
Yeah, but it's just gonna be like imagine the 5 of us sitting in an old folks' home together.
We're still doing this show.
We'll still be,
no, but we won't actually be doing the show. We'll just be thinking that we are.
Yeah, but we'll be like set up on like chairs in front of all the other people, and
Nathan will be sitting behind the TV.
We'll have like Jay Oliver and Zufu and God of Atheists sitting out there yelling at us instead of chatting. And
Loggy's gonna keep trying to flirt with Trevor.
yeah, be like,
and Trevor's gonna be like, "No, we're the same age now. It
and
doesn't work anymore."
And Jeremy's racism filter will be completely broken. It
isn't already.
I mean, it'll be worse.
I don't have a racism
I don't got
he
no
doesn't
raisin.
have a raisin filter.
No.
Oh, how do you get all the raisins out?
Yeah, those will be the
Yeah,
days.
they're gross. I don't like raisins.
Raisins are delicious.
You're delicious.
Thank you.
Hey, you will eat what the cafeteria gives you.
No,
Trevor's
I want
hiding all
applesauce.
Trevor's pulling all the raisins out of the muffins and hiding them under the seat cushions.
I keep putting raisins in here.
Jolliver's laughing about me being old, but I do want to say this week, my youngest daughter, who's 10, she the other day she was talking to my wife and she's like, "No, Daddy doesn't look like all the other dads because he still has hair." And I was like,
Well, that makes
wait
you
a
feel
minute.
good.
It kind of does, but
Yeah.
it also kind of makes me feel like I had kids too early.
Oh, poor Jeremy.
But I love my children, and yes, I'm the oldest one here.
No intelligence found.
Does he know he's dumb?
There's something seriously wrong with you.
Wouldn't want to embarrass yourself in front of your fellow perverts.
You don't deserve the air you breathe, buddy.
Here's this week's nomination for the hardest 404ing on the internet.
All right, here's last week's poll. The winner by overwhelming 90% is Hate Watchers. So that was Barbara Streisand who said Trump was making her gain weight.
I mean, we figured this would happen.
Which is
Let's
fun.
be honest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So she won over Cheesed Out, which was I don't remember that one. Does anybody else remember Cheesed Out?
That was a guy that went to prison because he didn't show up for his sentencing.
After stealing cheese.
cheese.
No, I'm sorry. He didn't steal cheese.
Presumably.
Right.
That's
He was
right.
accused of stealing cheese.
Yeah.
He was accused of being a cheese burglar. So
Actually, it was proven that he stole the cheese, but they didn't fine him for that. They fined him for not showing up.
oh, that's
No,
right.
he was
No,
found
he
innocent.
was
Oh, he was found
and
innocent.
he
yeah.
went to prison because
He was
didn't
acquitted.
show up.
That was
See how
Or
much we didn't
he
care
didn't
about that
actually
guy?
go to prison because he still is on the.
It doesn't matter. That's over with. So each week we do the 404 Club where you can nominate a 404 story to be the winner. Because once we'll have anywhere from 2 to 4 nominations. We'll put the poll up live on the show. You guys go to our Twitter page. Make sure you follow us and then vote on this poll when it is posted. And also, just for anybody that's new in the chat, you want to help us name these because every week we have names for the stories that we come up with.
So
and as
think
we
of them first and fast.
as we start talking about it, start throwing out those names so you can be get the one that we use.
I think they're
Don't
going to
wait.
be all right.
Straight in the chat.
I mean,
I'm
Midnight
gonna-
Angel just said, did he cut it? About the cheese.
All right, so you're good.
I'm going to disagree with Jeremy. Just being the first does not guarantee that you're going to be the
no, but soon.
But you want to make sure you get it in there.
Take your
It's
time,
like-
but not too much time.
It's like voting, early and often.
All right, this first 404 nomination comes from 7 Fox News, WWNY-TV.com. It says 2 charged with prostitution in Lowville.
Yes, I love how a lot of these are really short. 2 people from Lowville were arrested on prostitution charges after one allegedly took money for sex but refused to follow through on the deal. Lowville Village police say that they're... Lowville Village. They say they received a complaint from 51-year-old Danny Gudridge Sr. that 40-year-old Saratina Kilburn accepted $200 for him for 2 nights of sex, but didn't follow through on their agreement. Gudridge was charged with third-degree patronizing of a prostitute, and Kilburn was charged with prostitution. Both were issued tickets to appear in Lowville Village Court at a later date.
So in other words, this guy paid for some sexual relations, did not receive said sexual relations, and called the police on his prostitute.
I am altering the deal. Lay, I don't alter it any further.
I mean, in some way, he could have known what he was doing. I mean, let's think about this. He could have been like, "Fine, I'm willing to take my punishment as long as you're also punished."
Yeah, I guess
Like,
Oh,
Maybe.
you know,
But I
Let's-
mean, can they actually prove that she was soliciting the money for that?
I don't know.
No. It was just for her time.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe there wasn't any sexual promises.
Zufu says low blow. I like that, but can we add low blow and Lowville? I think that we need to add
Low blow and Lowville.
But yeah, that's a good $2 low ball. So you're getting the hang. See, Zufu and Jolliver kind of let you guys in on how this works. So keep them coming.
This is your entry level 404.
Yeah.
Zufu says proof is the receipt. I mean,
Whoa, okay. Or the recipient. I don't know how that works.
I think he meant a paper receipt. You got to have that paper trail, right?
Yeah. She was probably using like Square or PayPal or something, right? For that. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure that's
Yeah, I'm sure.
he wrote her a check
Yeah.
and put in the memo line
Don't
for
cash.
sex 2 nights.
for sex 2 nights, don't cash till Thursday.
It was even.
Post dated to the 3rd day.
Wait, Kyle, have you been wearing a green bow tie this whole night?
Nope. I figured it's close to St. Patty's Day, so
Did you just put
The
it
best
on?
part is
Yeah.
it's hidden under
Oh.
most of your beard.
Yeah, I know.
know,
I
right?
can't even see it. That's-
Just like St.
flashing
Patrick
lights.
of old.
yeah, most of St. Patty's hidden under Kyle's beard. Epic pancake gaming says caller pimp. So let's move on to the next 404 nomination of the week. Trevor, as always, will be picking those unbiasedly.
Totally unbiased.
Yeah. So
yeah. I mean, the more vulgar it is, the less likely it is to be used, unless we just force him.
yeah,
So
unless Jeremy pinches his cheeks.
yeah,
All right.
keep.
This-
That's why we sit Jeremy next to him.
This next story comes from The Sun, #fake news. It says...
this was sent to us on Twitter by Josh.
Oh, thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
Josh. Yeah, whoever you are, Josh, thank you.
We have all kinds of fans. We don't know them all by
We
first
don't know
name.
them all, but we know Josh, I guess.
He knows us.
He knows us.
It says, call in a sturgeon. A drunk man who stuck 2 live fish into his anus is rushed to hospital after they swam up his intestines. Because why wouldn't they?
I think you meant upstream into his intestines. Yeah, a drunk man. The doctors were reportedly forced to operate to save the patient's life after he arrived at the medical facility in Guangzhou.
Guangzhou.
I don't know. That's the best I could make. Southern China, complaining of stomach pains. There's some pictures there of them pointing.
My tummy hurts. Why?
Medics were stunned to discover the truth behind what was causing the 45-year-old's agony. According to the Chinese news site, something that I'm not going to even try to pronounce, the patient confessed
Guangzhou.
he had decided to put 2 pond loaches into his anus after a heavy drinking session the day before on March 10th, when doctors at the first affiliated hospital of Jinan University examined him. They found the 2 fish had swum up into his intestines.
So far we
I feel
got
very uncomfortable at the moment.
deep sea fishers. Fishers. I'm pronouncing that word wrong.
He is Fishers. Yeah, he put it right.
And then holy mackerel. I like that one.
I do
from
like
the-
holy
I like-
mackerel. So
I like Epic Pancake Gaming, WTF.
Yeah.
What the fish?
What the fish?
I mean, I'm sorry, what the Fred?
No, it's where the fish.
Where the fish?
oh no, we made a good one.
Yeah,
Because they got lost.
Where the fish?
That's so racist that you guys would leave out
No, I'm assuming. I'm assuming he's
where the
pronouncing.
fish.
I assumed he was pronouncing.
Where the fish?
Where are the fish? It's a contraction.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
you guys left out R though.
No, it's hard to hear the R.
Where the fish?
Where are the fish?
They're in Guangzhou.
Epic Pancake Gaming. Yes, this one reminds me of South Park too.
Jolliver says,
episode?
No, there was an episode where they shoved a hamster up Mr. Slave's anus, and he went on an
was that
epic
making fun
adventure.
of Richard Gere?
Oh,
I don't think so.
Probably.
Probably secretly.
Jolliver says that's not how you make a koi pond.
That's how you make a boy pond.
Oh, weird. That's gross.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Anyways,
Epic where the fish. Eric.
Fish was long gone. Fish are long gone.
Fish, stick it in.
Yeah. Anyways, keep them coming. We'll let Trevor,
Yeah,
do
as
that.
with always, Trevor decides, and you find out on Twitter.
Oh man, I'm so excited just opening this one.
And our last nomination of the evening from Great Falls Tribune says, Great Falls man blames bear attack for parole violation.
Yes, a Great Falls man is claiming grizzly bear attack last summer led to him violating his parole. Flathead District Court Judge Robert Allison on March 9th revoked the 2-year suspended sentence for Stephen Boyd, 48, as a result of 3 reports of parole violation. Parole officer Kenny Lemaire alleged that Boyd lost his employment without notifying him, moved from his residence without notifying him, and failed to report altogether. After August 2016, Boyd denied moving from his residence and claimed that he had only been suspended indefinitely from his job. While Boyd admitted to failing to stay in contact with his parole officer after August, he said he had been recovering from a grizzly bear attack that occurred while he was berry picking near Tenton Pass in Choctaw. He hit me like a Volkswagen with fur, Boyd told the court. Boyd said he triggered the bear attack after blaring an air horn when it got too close. He claims he spent the next 3 weeks pulling himself out of the woods with a dislocated shoulder and
3
memory
weeks?
loss. Yeah.
Wow, what did he survive on?
So he's basically claiming...
Probably all the berries he was picking.
He's claiming he saved himself, though.
Well, he's claiming to be the guy from that one movie that just came out.
Yeah,
Oh,
the Revenant.
The Revenant, yeah.
Yeah. Boyd also
He's
claimed...
like, I also watched The Revenant. I rented that on Redbox.
Yeah.
That's totally unrelated.
Yeah.
During the process, Boyd also claimed he stepped on a hornet's nest, which he said he was allergic to, and still managed to find his way to his father's home in Eureka. Boyd said he never sought professional medical treatment for his alleged injuries. In 2012, Boyd pleaded guilty to partner family member assault and possession of dangerous drugs. He received a sentence of 8 years with the Montana Department of Corrections, with 5 years suspended and a 6-month sentence to Flathead County Jail, with all 6 months suspended. Following the new charges, Boyd was sentenced to 2 years with the Montana Department of Corrections and will be recommended for screening for an intensive supervision program that would allow him to remain in the community during his sentence.
All right, let's give some attention to all of these guys.
I like Zufu's latest suggestion, parole boo-boo.
Midnight had a good one. He barely made it.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Keep them coming. Did we miss some?
I submitted this because it's most likely a lie and not a very good one at that. But on the off chance it's true, it also works for the 404 because he just goes up to a bear.
Yeah, and just like honks it in the face.
What'd you think was gonna happen?
He thought it would be scared away.
Anyways, yeah. So you definitely had some good ones in there. It's the bald-headed killer bear.
No, that bear's not wearing a toupee. I assure you.
Nathan, I give you a thumbs up because I always like bear stories.
Yeah, bear
in
stories
the
are
Tubcast.
Oh man, it's been so long since we've had a bear
been a
story.
We had one for like a month running for a while there.
Yeah, we would always have a bear story.
I completely forgot about that. This was just a coincidence.
Yeah, it's been a while. But
All right, Trevor, do you got that poll ready to go?
Oh, is that it? Okay. Yep.
That's it.
I think that's all the 404s we can handle tonight.
So find @Man in a Tub on Twitter. Also be sure to follow us there. And while we're saying that, YouTube and all those other places.
All those other places.
YouTube and Facebook, we're all there. Follow along. You can go to minutub.com if you need help finding it. But yes, be sure to vote in the poll, retweet the poll, get other people voting.
Tell all your
Get
friends.
other people voting. Or just show them how awesome this podcast is.
And
Holy cow, we already have a vote.
all
Or
right,
how
awesome.
not awesome this podcast is, and you just think
Why are
we're
you so
funny and
surprised,
stupid. I'm
Trevor?
okay
It's
with that.
live.
That's how the internet works.
Yeah, Trevor.
He
Like a
posted it.
second ago.
That was impressive.
Zufu says
just
can't
in.
find your MySpace link.
Sorry, we
yeah,
had to
it's
take
okay.
that down. We got into a feud. We got some beef with Justin Timberlake, and we kind of just pulled it.
We don't need to get into that.
He had the corner on Men in the Tubs.
Let us suffice
No.
to say.
That's not what the joke is, Jeremy.
Let us suffice to say there was a disagreement over whether it should be one of our spaces because it is a singular pronoun.
Yeah.
And we were all like, well, it's not our space, so we can't have this.
We were fighting for ourspace.com/minuteatub to go to myspace.com/minuteatub.
Yeah.
It just wasn't working out.
What about
What's funny,
space.me?
Trevor?
Did we do that one?
I was just holy long walk for a joke.
Oh. There we go.
Have an idea?
I didn't know where to turn.
Mail time!
You got mail.
You can email us at iwannagetit@minuteatub.com.
Alrighty, it's that time where we read your emails, your tweets, your Facebook posts, your Instagrams, whatever you throw
Snail
our
mail.
way. You can send it to us. Send us a letter at, I don't know, because just watch Virea and pick up Jeremy's address. Anyways,
Not where the
this
studio is.
we got 2 stories sent in to us from Caitlin. And first one is kind of interesting, probably just the fact that this burger costs so much. It's from Houston. It says burger sells for $10,000 in Dubai. What is it made out of? Baby hearts. I don't know.
Probably. A juicy burger has sold at a charity auction in Dubai.
Baby camel hearts is what I meant. That's very.
Oh,
that's
baby
fine.
camel.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot more
That's
sense.
perfectly
This is
acceptable.
Trevor. I'm an American. That's fine. Eat that animal.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm not going to try it.
Juicy burger.
Yeah,
Asma
juicy
Al
burger.
Faham?
The founder of a
See, it's
Dubai
Kyle-
lifestyle magazine, Villa.
Jeremy nailed it.
It's probably
Yeah,
Fahim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like a fahim, but otherwise, very well done.
But yeah, lifestyle magazine owner. The magazine is Villa 88. He phoned in the winning bid. The giant burger contained 7 beef patties, one for each of the emirate in the United Arab Emirates, aged cheddar cheese, and veal bacon strips in a saffron bruschetta bun. It was prepared by Russell Impiazzi, culinary director at Le Gourmet in Dubai's Galleries Lafayette, and a member of some royal family.
Qatars.
There you go. 2 years ago, we broke the world record by selling one burger for $7,000, and this year we wanted to top that. They said in a statement, all proceeds will go to breast cancer awareness and free detection at an earlier stage. The auction was run by Pink Caravan, which campaigns to raise awareness of breast cancer and wanted to support a good cause and honor former Pink Caravan director Amir bin Karam, who died in a house fire last year.
I kind of want to try venison bacon now.
Veal, you mean?
Veal?
Veal?
Is that what, sorry,
Yeah.
veal bacon.
Veal and venison are a little
I
different.
want to try venison veal.
Yeah. I like Zufu says the burger comes with a coupon for a free ambulance ride and 20% off your ER stay. Cancer awareness, hands over diabetes.
Fun fact, there is a hamburger in Omaha that did that to me.
Yeah, Jeremy got sent to a hospital by a hamburger one time.
And he still eats it every time he goes there.
Yeah, back to that burger joint. So really, I mean, it's not like it's made of gold or anything expensive. It's
No,
just like
saffron.
a lot.
It's got saffron
Oh,
in the
did it?
bun.
Oh, it has saffron in the bun.
Yeah,
I have saffron in my
saffron's really
buns too,
expensive.
actually.
Ooh,
by the way.
tell me
I'm
more.
a very fancy boy.
I mean, the saffron's pretty expensive, but that's about the only thing I think that is.
Yeah. All right. Caitlin was real busy here. She sent us 2 stories. She's been surfing the web. I don't know where you guys have been at. This next story is from Uprocks. It says, James Gunn says the third Guardians of the Galaxy is coming for sure, but there's a catch.
Yeah, they said that they don't really know what's going to happen with a third one. He says there will be a third Guardians, that's for sure. We're trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out what I want to really do. That's it. I got to figure out where I want to be, what I want to spend the next 3 years of my life doing.
What do I want to be when I grow up?
I'm going to make another big movie. Is it Guardians or something else? I'm just going to figure it out over the next couple of weeks. So it sounds like he may not potentially may not be directing the next one. I'm guessing he would still be a producer, but he may not be directing the next one.
J.J. Abrams is going to direct it, right? I mean, come on. He likes space movies.
I guess I could.
I was trying to make a joke.
see it.
I was trying to make a
I
bad
followed it.
joke. It was not funny. It was not funny. I'm ashamed of myself. Guys, we're going long tonight. I just make bad jokes after 11, I guess. Sorry.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know. It's like I have this weird thing with sequels where I'm just like, the first one, especially when the first movie's really good, and then it's like, oh, you're already talking about a third one. The second one hasn't even hit theaters. Can we just pump our brakes? Like, I mean, I'm excited for the second movie, but like why are we even talking about the third one? Like,
timidly optimistic.
Yeah. I mean, I want it to be good, but it's just like, I don't like, just, okay, all right, if you're not going to direct the third one, that might be bad, but maybe that's good. Change it up a little. Like, I don't know. Why do we need this stress in our lives? Why do I even need to think about it?
Are you ignoring facts that don't confirm what
I am, Nathan. Thank you for bringing that up. We need to talk about that.
Is this stressing you out?
Yes, very much so.
He's got to know if James Gunn is going to direct the third one.
What do you think? Forget about it.
What do you think he laid awake at night thinking about when he drank that energy drink?
Oh my gosh! There's a third Guardians of the Galaxy.
Are
movie
they gonna fire the gun?
Fire the gun. Puns. Yeah. I don't know. It's
Eric's oxytocin levels have just risen.
Yeah, that's true. They're all off the charts now. No, I think this sort of news though. It's not that I'm stressed out about it, but I'm just like, why does it matter? Like, why is this stuff? I mean, and I'm not bashing on who sent it in. I'm just saying, like, why is it so important to people?
Well, I think some of it is because I think everybody kind of figures that they're going to continue to try and make more of the Guardians movies. I mean, it's Marvel. They're going to continue to try and make sequels to all of their movies. So it's not as much. I think it's not as much the surprise that they're saying that there's going to be a third one. I think it's more or less the fact that he, at this point, trying to decide what he's going to be working on next, because at this point he would have to be kind of deciding that and figuring out, am I working on this? Am I working on another project? He's not sure. But
the funny thing about it too is, like, if you were to poll people coming out of the theater, the percentage of people that would know the director of said movie they just came out of is going to be so small unless they saw the credits. Like, it's not like, I mean, for us it's a big deal because I do care. I mean, in general, I'll go see a movie just because of the director. But a lot of times, I don't think
I'll go to a movie because you tell me you like the director.
Aw, thanks, Jeremy. Yeah. Midnight Angels asking if you or saying that he heard that there was going to be another Hellboy. We did cover that.
Don't genderify.
Sorry. He person said them. They said. There's other things to say. I don't know why I do that. I'm sorry.
We unintentionally just gender assign. I guess.
I don't mean to do it.
We don't mean to do it. It just happens.
But anyways,
stop yawning.
Who was yawning, by the way?
It wasn't me.
That was Trevor.
It wasn't me. I'm wide awake.
It was me. I was being defensive.
So. No, but anyways, cool. It's good to know that it's a she. Thanks, Midnight Angel. Thank you for clarifying. I'm sorry for assigning your gender.
We want to apologize
incorrectly.
We want to apologize in the future if we forget.
Yeah, if we do, we won't though.
We won't.
It's not that we don't value you; it's that we have horrible memories.
Yeah. Anyways,
Zufu said, "Did you just assume my movie genre?"
Yes, I did. I assumed it. I assumed it, and now
you're Italian neorealism, right?
Yes. Yes. Is that one movie that really terrible? Is that what that would be considered?
That one really terrible movie.
Yeah, that one, Nathan.
Probably.
The one that he knows what I'm talking about. The one
I do now.
The one that you have on DVD. What's it called?
I think that falls more into the horror genre.
Oh, it's not realism.
Which movie?
He's still referring to Salò. Or 120 Days of Sodom. I'm not sure what genre that falls into. Let me look.
Oh, it's fine. Okay, while you look that up, we're gonna say goodbye to the people.
Okay, bye.
Bye to the people.
Oh wait,
what? Marvel will make Batman's dead parents superheroes. Hopefully, we can only hope, Kitty.
Are we saying bye to people? We got.
I'm sorry.
Actually, they might if they do the Flashpoint story because they're Thomas Wayne becomes Batman.
But that's not Marvel.
Wasn't listening to the first part of the sentence. My bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Cool Cat says just to piss off DC.
Okay.
Yeah, that could happen.
All right, we'll see. This is the end of the show, but before we go away and go night-night, we would like to thank all of our Patreon peeps who donate at the $10 level or higher. They are co-producers of this show, and we are very grateful for them. Yes. Currently, you can see their names on the screen.
We took that applaud line directly from Big Bang Theory, actually.
Yeah, we
That
did.
was-
That was a
You suck!
that's usually a laugh track, Jeremy, not an applause thing, but that's fine. Maybe
Well,
they-
if you're Seinfeld, you play applause every time Kramer walks in.
oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So, Jeremy, you were right. I apologize. That's really not it. I don't think that's the bass line. True.
It offends me as a comedian.
Stop it, Nathan. No more Seinfeld. No more Seinfeld, Nathan. You're down there. No more Seinfeld. It's been a fun ride. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out with us this
Hey, Eric.
evening. Yeah.
How can people get their fill of Men in a Tub throughout the week?
All right, let me break it down here for you, okay?
I'm glad you asked.
I'm very glad you asked, Jeremy. You can, on Mondays, if you're a Patreon subscriber at the $5 level or higher, you can get the Lunchcast. Lunchcast is something that we record weekly where we discuss any offhanded topic that comes up, and it's much more casual.
It's audio only.
It's audio only, but it's worth it. You get 4 of those a month, maybe sometimes 5 for $5. And then on Tuesdays, be sure every Tuesday to check out our vlog. It's
Monday,
called-
if you're a Patreon member.
Monday is if you're a Patreon. Monday.
Yeah, you get it early.
That's at any level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On
any,
Patreon.
any level. No, $1 or higher on Patreon. Yep. So not free, but I'm just kidding. Anyways, Viaria is not a medical condition. It is our vlog that we post weekly on YouTube every Tuesday.
It is in the Urban Dictionary. Look it up.
Yeah, it is there. So be sure to go there now. After the show, there's 7 episodes up right now, and I mean that's almost close to 2 hours of entertainment there.
Yeah.
They run around 10 minutes, and they kind of follow our weeks and what we're doing, and they're good fun. So please go and watch that on YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That helps us out a lot. We're trying to build our community there.
Yeah.
So that's Tuesday for you. So you got Monday, you got the Lunchcast. Tuesday, you got Viaria. Wednesday, we're here with our game streams at 9 p.m. Central.
You can gamble.
You can gamble. We're always playing games every Wednesday night.
You're playing games with us sometimes.
Thursday, and then Thursday night, we are here in the studio for the Tubcast. So
It's Thursday now.
Right now.
Right now.
Yep, for our farts and balanced.
If you have a hard time remembering when our live streams are, just remember 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, Wednesdays and Thursday. We will be here for you.
Yeah.
Because you're there for us, too.
You know what? If you like the show, share something on your Facebook,
Twitter.
Twitter. Tell your mom. Trevor might be interested.
Moms love it.
Tell your
Grandma.
grandma.
Tell your grandma.
Yeah, tell your grandma.
Tell your grandma.
Moms are too cougary
we
for Trevor.
only
Trevor's into
get more
post-cougars.
viewers because of our viewers.
Yes.
So
Please let other people know that you like us. I'm sorry, we're not trying to beg, but we are trying to
Kinda
grow
are.
this thing, and we've been doing this for over a year now, and it's we're seeing some steady momentum. It's exciting, and you're part of it, and we want you to be a part of this ride.
We've got our 100th episode coming up.
We got
in the
to
next few
plan that.
months.
We got to make some big plans. So who knows?
Comic-Con and all kinds of
And
stuff.
we're going to be at the
Yeah.
local Comic-Con, which will be a good time.
Yes.
Are we forgetting anything? This is always it always feels like a giant advertisement at the end of the show.
Well,
and
it kind of is.
It kind of is, but
we just want to make sure that you are aware of what all we are doing.
We got an
and how you
Instagram
can
account. Sometimes we post on that. Snapchat. You like that, kids?
Respond back to us. We will talk to you all week long
I'll snap
on
you
the
right.
Twitter
I'll snap
and
you guys right now.
and the Facebooks.
I'm gonna snap them right
Eric's
now.
gonna snap 'em.
We're gonna snap them right now. Okay,
Yeah.
guys, you ready for this?
Oh wait, no, not switch. Snap.
No, we're not gonna, yeah, it's different. We're gonna. All right, okay, here we go. Okay, hi people on this is we're live on
Snap.
the thing. It's Snapchat.
Chat.
My name's Eric. This is Minute
Hey.
Tub.
Hi, Nathan's over there. You
There's
can't see him. He's
Trevor.
over there. He's
There's
over there. He's over
There's
there.
Nathan. All right, so we got it. So, anyways, that's on our story now. There you go. That's how
Yay.
Snapchat works. See, I'm so cool. Anyways, go there and get
Super
this.
says I prefer AOL Instant Messenger and ICQ.
All right,
Yep.
we'll get on that. We'll work on that
Yeah.
next.
We'll try to get that for you.
I appreciate everybody. Make sure if you're watching this on YouTube that you like the video or comment. That would be nice of you to do too, and subscribe.
Share it.
Please share it.
Thumbs
Please share it. Thanks everybody. We also have a Reddit too. If you want to go and post stories on our Reddit that you would
Yeah.
like us to talk about,
Please
go
do.
for it. If you think they're Minute Tub worthy, go do it there. Anybody else like that? Anything? Anybody got a car for sale or a garage sale coming up they'd like to promote? Nope. Okay. All right.
Can't say that I do.
Good night,
Yeah.
everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Please have a safe
Drive.
evening.
Have a safe weekend. Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Yeah, don't drink too
Don't
much
be
green
silly.
stuff, and if you do, call an Uber
Call an Uber. Call a Lyft.
Or Lyft.
or a Lyft or call
Or a
a
taxi,
or taxi.
if your particular
I mean-
city
Call your
doesn't allow
mom.
the
Or
others.
have her pick you up.
Or maybe you'll
Unless
like
she's drinking, don't let her.
Yeah,
pick you
that's
up
true.
then. That's bad.
or if she's a leprechaun, or maybe you'll like imagine that you called a flying carpet service, but then you just wake up like in a hotel lobby, sleep on a rug.
I think
That-
you're confusing
That'd be
beer
awesome.
with LSD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. I just think it may. They might, at least maybe. So, I don't know. Anyways, good night, everybody.
Yeah.
That's the end.